Just real quick. So listen, guys, a lot of the calls that we do, and if you don't know me, my name is Josh Amundsen, but a lot of the calls that we do, we a lot of people call them motivational calls, right? It's motivation calls, leadership calls, stuff like that. I'm just going to lay out the blueprint for you on how to go to a full-time income, okay? Because I've done it multiple times. I know exactly how to do it. It's really not complicated at all, but it's going to require you being consistent and working hard on a daily basis, okay? You have to look at this business like it's your baby, like it's your child. For those of you who have children in here, imagine how much work it was when the kid was born, right? Like a ton of work, right? You literally have to do everything constantly every day and nurture it until it becomes, a child, into a teenager, and then they're like, screw you, mom and dad, and then they're an adult, right? So you got to help them get to an older level though, is what I'm saying. You got to help them walk, right? Babies, first thing they do is they learn how to crawl, and then they learn how to eventually stand up holding on to something, and then they let go of it and they fall over, right? But they keep trying and trying and trying. So all I'm saying is I'm going to show you how to do it, but you have to be consistent on a daily basis, just as if you're raising a kid, right? Because this baby, or excuse me, this business is your baby. Okay. This business is your baby. I'm telling you, you can't neglect it if you wanted to get to a full-time income. I don't know one entrepreneur, one business owner that actually made something significant that didn't work their business every single day. Okay. You guys can work any day you want in this business. You can work with who you want. You can work when you want. You can do anything you want in this. You know what I mean? Like we're all here because we want to be here, right? We do these calls so we can all help each other get to the next level. But in reality, it's going to come down to your own, accountability. Okay. You get paid for what you do behind closed doors, not what you're doing in front of us, right? If you're working only when you're with the team, if you're working only at team meetups, if you're working only when everybody else is watching, you're never going to make it to anything significant. You have to be grinding. I get the most work done when I'm alone. Like I'm doing Zoom calls, don't get me wrong, but I'm alone. I'm locked in. I'm grinding. When I go meet up with the team, it's probably half the amount of work, right? And that's okay though, but it's you and, a phone or computer and just straight grind mode, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. If you are brand new, I do want to say welcome to one of the best companies on the entire planet. Okay, there aren't very many companies even in this space, first of all, but doing it how we're doing it, guys. We have literally state-of-the-art technology. We have some of the best educators on the planet, literally educators that are good enough to trade for, multi-million dollar hedge funds. Okay, that's how good of educators we have inside of, iGenius, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've been a part of other companies. I've seen other traders. I've seen other opportunities. I've had success in them, but there's nothing that's really like this. And that's why, 3 years ago, I came to iGenius because I saw the vision. I met the president, right? Guys, if you were just in Orlando, I want you to drop a 3 inside the chat. Just 1 3, though. Don't blow that thing up. Just 1 3. I want to see who in the call was just in Orlando. God, what a great time that was, huh? What a good time. I know Jimmy had fun. He's just sitting over there smiling. Yo, guys, it was a beautiful time. Listen, it costs money to go on that trip, but hopefully the amount of money you spent or, the things you heard equal the amount of money you spent, if not surpassed it, right? Way surpassed it, right, Jenna? I see you. Way surpassed it, right? There's even things, guys. I've been to so many, company events. There's things that I heard that I was like, wow, like that's insane. That's why I still go to them. They're important. I've never missed a company convention in any company ever since the last 6 years I've been started. So props to all of you that went, and I'm really glad you got that knowledge. So, like I was saying, welcome to one of the best companies. Guys, we are movers, shakers, and producers. That's what we are. All of us on this call. The reason you're on this call is because you want to win, right? There's hundreds, excuse me, hundreds of people who are on the team that aren't on this call right now. It's okay. It's being recorded, but I'm telling you, it's very obvious who's going to win. It's very obvious. You can tell you can tell someone's success based off how hungry they are. You know what I mean? So what I'm about to go through with you guys, I want you to write this stuff down, because what I'm going to be telling you is how I would coach and train a new person how to go full time. Okay. This is what I would tell people. So it's very, very simple, guys. You want to write this stuff down. Okay. This is literally the roadmap to going to iGenius Platinum Ambassador. Okay. So I want you guys to, number one, write down. Some of you already probably know this, but it's figuring out your why. Okay, you got to figure it out and it's got to be strong. If you don't know what a why is, your why is what's going to keep you going when it gets hard. Because guess what, guys? This business, the daily goals are easy, but the amount of effort that you have to put in to get to where you want to go is hard. Okay, being consistent is hard for people, right? Guys, if you were at the live event, remember they were talking about TikTok brain? It was at the VIP training, the TikTok brain, right? Most people can't handle building a business for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year because they have TikTok brain. They're constantly getting dopamine blasted all the time. They're used to instant gratification. You have to understand what your why is. Why are you about to work your ass off? Why are you about to work your ass off, right? And for those of you that have worked blue collar jobs, that shit's hard, right? Drop a one if you worked a blue collar job before. I'll put it in there. I used to cut metal. I was a metal scrapper, right? Cutting aluminum, all that stuff, right? Taking apart machines, cleaning cars. Yeah, that's hard, right? And I don't doubt people on this call, even if it's not blue collar, I don't doubt that you don't work hard. But what's important is that we're working hard on the right things. Okay. Anthony has this explanation that he always says, or this analogy. He's like, he has, a beautiful home and he has people who work on his garden every single day. He sees them out there sweating in the Florida heat. You guys just felt Orlando heat. You felt that, right? There's people working on in his garden every single day. They're busting their ass every single day, right? They're working hard, but are they working on something that's going to be able to retire them and their family and create generational wealth? Are they creating something that has exponential growth over time? Right? Do they have something that has a greater purpose with what they're working on? So the reason I say figure out your why is because there's going to be times where you're going to want to give up. Welcome to entrepreneurship. Welcome, guys. It's hard. It's not easy, right? Anybody in here already own a business? Drop a one in the chat if you already own a business here. I want to see who owns a business before they got started in this. I bet everyone who's dropping a one knows it's pretty hard to own a business, right? It's not easy, but that's why business owners are the number one earners in the entire world. Okay. So figure out your why. Your why should make you cry. My why is retiring my parents, being able to help. I have a bunch of cousins that are my age, family members. I have an older brother, older sister. I'm the youngest in my family. I know that none of them are going to go out and do something like insane to create generational wealth for our family. That's just my opinion. Obviously, there can be life altering moments where they make a huge change and they want to go do it. But I believe I'm probably the only one that's gonna, break the generational curse. And if you're on this call, you probably think that too. You're probably the one in your family that's going to be the first millionaire, that's going to actually do it. And then when it's done, your entire family is going to be so happy and grateful, but you're going to feel fulfilled. It's purpose, right? You got to know what your why is. Is it your kids? Is it to pay off medical debt for a family member? Is it to pay off student loans? Is it to help retire your parents? Is it to take care of a nonprofit? Like, what is your purpose? It's got to be something more than just making money. Okay. It has to be something more than just making money, guys. It's easy to just one day be like, you know what? I'll just live an average lifestyle. I don't really need that much money. It's okay. I'll just be comfortable. You're doing it for a greater purpose. So figure out your why. Okay. Remember, you want to write this stuff down because I'm teaching you what to tell your team on how they can go full time. Okay. If you guys want to get to a six-figure income, you got to build a business. I'm talking residually. You got to build a business of 500 people. Okay. That's not you just, obviously, building the business of 500 people yourself. That's you teaching leaders who actually want to build a business because it's optional on how to do it themselves. Okay. Because you can't do this business by yourself. Okay, I've seen it. It's the it's the curse of the great salespeople. They get started in this business and they just sign people up like it's nobody's business. But 30 days later, they all fall off. And they're like, what the heck, man? And I'm like, you're not being a leader. So that's why I'm telling you guys to write this stuff down so you can teach them duplication, right? It's one big game of telephone. You guys play that growing up? Telephone, okay? Now, just so you guys know, as I continue this call, I just want to kind of let you know what the plan is. So this call is going to be very value packed. I'm going to go over a lot of stuff. Okay. We're going to take a break halfway through so you guys can chill out and stuff like that. But I strongly encourage you to stick through this whole call if you really want to take this to the next level. Okay. I'm going to be going over, first of all, building the business, how to get to a full-time income, because most of you on here, that is your goal. That's why you're on this call. But then on the second half of the call, I'm going to be going over the products and services that I believe, you know, based off certain situations, certain time frames that people have, time availability and goals, what they should be using, long-term, short-term investing. I'm going to do that on the back half. Okay. And it's going to help you when you get a new person started being like, you should use this, this, and this, or you should use this, this, and this. Okay, so that's going to be on the back half. We're going to take a break in between. Also, in between, before we do the break, we're going to have some special guest speakers come up, and I got some super awesome questions that I'm going to be asking them, right? I remember Kate Hansen, he's like called me earlier today. He's like, buddy, listen, don't hit me with anything too hard, all right? I don't want to look dumb on the call. I got some hard ones. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But let's keep going though, okay? So number one, figuring out your why. I took out a notebook and I wrote down my why in detail in a big paragraph. I wrote down exactly what my mission and purpose is in life and who I'm going to help. So I want you to write down on a paragraph, because guess what? 3, 4, 5 years later, when you're making bank, right? Obviously no income claims, right? But when you're, having the success that you want, you're going to pull that notebook open and you're going to read that paragraph just like I did years later. And you're going to be like, holy cow. It's really, really cool, guys. So make sure to write it down. Okay. Number two. Okay. The journey is going to take time. Okay. This journey is going to take time, right? Guys, does anybody know how long Tip has been doing the business? Big tip. Anybody know how long Tip has been doing the business? Drop in the chat. How 3.5. Okay. Anybody got any other guesses? Three and a half. All right. Roughly around 3.5 years, guys. Everyone sees Tippa. Everyone sees how hard he's working, along with other leaders, obviously, in this call. But guys, I've been with Tippa now for 3.5 years, and I told them right in the beginning, it's gonna take time. In order to get where you want to go, you have to become the type of person who's worthy of that type of life. Okay. And that's okay. We're all able to do it. Everyone on the call is able to do it, but it's going to require time, effort, and energy, just like anything else in life. Okay. But I watched Tippa go through such a dramatic, change in the last 12 months. The last 12 months is when everything started to change for him. Okay. The Tippa you see today and you hear from and you learn from is not the same guy who joined the business. Trust me. It was funny. Okay. I watched him, build teams of like 10, 20, 30, and then they fall like 6 times, right? But that's part of the journey. It takes time. Usually your first team that you grow is your test run. You're getting your kinks out, you're getting the things you didn't do properly, right for the next time. Okay. You're learning. Okay. So usually your first team is your test run. Your second round is where you want to try to have it right so you don't have to rebuild it again. Okay. But it's going to take time. Okay. Does anybody know how long I've been trading? How many years have I been trading? Yep, around 8, 9 years. Okay. I started when I was 18 years old and I'm 27 right now. 80 years. Goddamn kids. Yeah, 80 years. All right. I've been trading for 80 years. God, I can't believe it. I don't got gray hair yet. That's pretty crazy. Guys, I've been trading for 9 years. I'm still learning. Okay. I've made a lot of money in trading, primarily cryptocurrency, but trading is going to take time. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is different. Okay. Some of you have heard this story, but I had an ex-girlfriend and her sister wanted to learn how to trade, right? She came over to my house. I was like, oh boy, here we go. She came over to my house. She brought a computer. She didn't even know how to copy and paste. She didn't even know what an email really was. I had to create an email for her. I had to teach her how to use the keyboard. I was like, this is going to be a horrendous journey. Oh my gosh, right? Who here knows how to copy and paste? Who here knows how to click buttons, use a computer, right? She didn't, okay? She wanted to quit like 9,822 times. Oh my gosh, it was insane. But guess what, guys? 4 years later, she's made over $100,000 trading now, and she's consistently making money every single week. Every single week. Okay. If she can do it, you can do it. Okay. If there's nothing special about, any of the people who became profitable in trading, except that they didn't give up. If you don't stop learning how to trade and you take it serious, you will eventually learn how to trade. Okay. It's impossible for you not to become profitable if you continue to learn. Okay. That's kind of my journey. So I would give yourself at least 2 years. Like, oh my gosh, at least 2 years. Guys, I'm on year 9. Okay. Think about this. How many years ago was COVID? Someone drop it in the chat. How many years ago was COVID? Almost half a decade ago. Time's flying. We were all just locked up inside. And now it's half a decade ago. Give yourself time to learn how to trade. The time's going to pass regardless. Okay. Whatever age you're starting to learn how to trade at, guess what? Life's going to keep going. So just keep learning and eventually everything in your life can change. Okay. So give yourself time to trade. The reason I say this is because a statistic is 90% of people quit trying to learn how to trade by 6 months. I'm not talking about our company. That's why our company was made, was to fix that statistic. But 90% of people in the world, right? I'm pointing out a city right here. Look at that. 90% of people in the world quit by 6 months in the world just trying to learn how to trade on their own, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. How do you become one of the profitable ones? How do you become someone who's successful at trading? Someone put it in the chat. If 90% of people quit by 6 months, how do you become the percentage that becomes successful? Don't give up. Don't quit. Last longer than 6 months, right? So I'd say give yourself 2 years. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be hard. It's like learning a new language, guys. But think about it. For those of you that are doing good at trading now, imagine day one, how much you knew compared to now. Imagine your first day signing up. You looked at the chart and you were like, what am I looking at? Right? Who resonates with that? The first time you looked at a chart, you're like, wow, this is going to be hard. And now you look at a chart, you're like, well, I get what I'm looking at. It's literally not that crazy, right? And that's the learning curve, okay? So give yourself time of trading. In terms of the business, guys, it takes an average of 3 to 5 years to get to a full-time income inside of network marketing. Okay, that's just an average. What's a candlestick? Yeah, it takes an average of 3 to 5 years to get to a full-time income inside network marketing. Okay, like I said, 4 years ago, it's COVID. Guys, dedicate a short period of your life to never have to work a job again. My last job, guys, was in 2018 working at Pepsi. That's the last time I punched into a clock. Okay. And I'm very grateful for it. Right. But I busted my ass to get to where I am. Right. And you guys can do it too. That's why we have a team. Right. Together, everyone achieves more. I didn't do it by myself. I did it with a team. Okay. But in the end of the day, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Right. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Not one single person determines your success. Okay. Guys, I could quit tomorrow and you could still go out and become a 6-7 figure earner. Okay. Tippa could quit tomorrow and you guys could still go out and become a 6-7 figure earner. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Okay. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. All right. That's the first thing my mentor told me. 3 to 5 years though to build a business. It took me, my goal when I got started, I was like, I'm hitting 10K a month in 90 days. It was 2019, January. Me and Jay were like 90 days. Let's go. It took me 2 years and a month. All right. We were a little off target. Okay. But everything you want to happen, as long as you work it, will happen, but maybe not when you expected it to. Okay. I set 10K a month goals my first day, right? Because my mentors taught me A, B, and C goals. A goals are like brush your teeth. You can do it. B goals are like drive across the country. You can do it. You got to plan a little bit, maybe get an oil change. You got to be ready for, whatever might come, but you can drive across the country. C type goals are let's get to the moon. That might be argumentative for some of you, but people have done it, right? You don't know how you're going to do it, but it's doable. Okay. That's C type goals. I like setting daily A and B type goals, but my overall goals are C type goals. Max the compensation plan out. $250,000 a week, right? That's the C type goals. You have no idea how you're going to do it. Okay. So I'd recommend setting C type goals for long-term vision. Okay. So 3 to 5 years on average to build this business. Okay. Time will fly. You'll get it done. Okay. You just got to dedicate yourself. My best advice to those of you that are entrepreneurs is only do one business until you're at 10,000 a month. Okay. Do not do other businesses until you reach a 6-figure income in this. you could just do this business like Anthony does. I mean, now he has real estate investments. Obviously, he trades and stuff, right? But I would only work one business until you're at six-figure income. Otherwise, what's that called if you're working multiple businesses? Someone put it in the chat. What's that called if you're doing too many businesses at once? I see John Seaver. He's on it. He's on it. He's going to the end zone. He's typing it in right now. He's got it. Jack of all trades. That's close. What was John going to type? Let's see it. Doing too much? Spreading yourself too thin. There you go, Cade. There you go, Cade. Spreading yourself too thin, guys. You're spreading yourself too thin. When you're brand new to entrepreneurship, you don't know how to properly run multiple businesses, unless you were just trained right out of the womb on how to run businesses. Most people don't know how to do multiple businesses at once. So let's focus on this one. Let's focus on this one because you guys are surrounded by people who have done it. If you were at Orlando, dude, those people were walking. Some of them make like $500,000 a month. Some of them are making 10,000, 25,000 a month. It's doable. Okay. Just focus on this one and let's get it done and then start focusing on other businesses. Okay. Now, the first thing that I would say in this business, obviously, guys, is you get your products and services set up. You got to be set up for success. Okay. And we're going to talk about this, with your team too here in a little bit, but we're talking about you right now. First thing is you got to have your products and services set up. Does anybody know our system that we use to get people started? Does anybody know the system we use to get people started? It's right there. I just put it in the chat. Let me see if I can make it an actual link. Hold on. So I have the little HTTPS bangers. Launch your business. There you go. That is the link that you can go through steps 1 through 3 to help you get a good understanding. Okay. Once you go through that and you get yourself set up, hop on a call with the person who got you started to make sure you properly did it. Okay. Now, once your services are set up, we're going to talk about trading and investing on the back half. Okay. But your first goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to go out what's the first goal in a business? Does anybody know what the first goal in a business is in terms of like finances? What's the first goal? Break even. That's the first goal. Your goal is to have a break even business where it doesn't cost you anything, right? Guys, you go start a brick and mortar store, a restaurant or whatever, you're taking out $250,000 loans. Like people, they're in debt for years before they even turn a profit. Most businesses don't even turn a profit in the United States for like 4 or 5 years. Okay. You guys can go out and share this business with 4 people and it's a break-even business. Okay. If you haven't gotten to a free account yet, don't worry about it, guys. There's no special sauce to it. I'm going to give you guys some tips of advice. I was telling John Seaver about this in the pool in Orlando. John, I was breaking it down how, I like to prospect and talk to people. I'm just going to tell you guys how to do it. Everyone has a special link in their back office. Okay. Now, before I say how to do it, one objection and thing you guys are going to find with building a business is you're going to have people that are going to be like looking at the business. Okay, there's 2 ways to make money. There's trading and there's building the business. Well, some people just want to trade, right? My goal is to create a break-even business for everyone, right? So I like to break down this analogy for them to understand why they should get a free account. Because most people think, I got started and I thought this exactly. I'll tell you exactly what I said. Most people think, man, I don't want to share this business with someone until I'm making tons of money and then it's undeniable proof. Now, don't get me wrong. That is a good goal. Once, conversation backed up by documentation is a huge thing. Okay. But you can still share this business. You can still share what we're doing with people while you're on your journey. Okay. My mentor basically told me this. I told Jay, my mentor, when I got started, I was like, dude, let's go make millions of dollars in trading. And then we'll put the whole entire planet on. We'll literally go crazy. Right. And he told me this, dude, that's a great goal, but I want to break it down to you like this. Okay. Let's say that you decide to wait to become extremely profitable before you share it with people. Okay. Which is how I thought. I was like, I got to make hella money and then I'm down to share it. Well, he told me this. What if you go out and in 2 years, you're making $10,000 to $25,000 a month in trading? Okay. Awesome. Right. Woo! It's amazing. Who'd be fired up over that? Come on, let's go. What is that? $120,000 a year to $300,000 a year. Amazing. Right. Okay. Let's say you got there and now you're like, hey, friends, family, coworkers, everyone in my life, I'm making $300,000 a year in trading now, right? Obviously, this is just a hypothetical, example, but I'm making 300 grand a year. Now you can learn about our platform. Now you can start your journey. Okay. Well, what about this? What if you decided right now to get 4 friends started and you guys are both trading and your 4 friends just destroy you in the growth process? They all become profitable before you. You're gonna be like, dude, what the heck? What's going on? You're gonna be pissed off, right? But you just changed their entire life. And so basically what the moral of that story was is you have to allow other people to start their journey before you reach your destination. Okay. You have to allow other people to start their journey before you reach your destination. In operations management, guys, in warehouses, this is called a bottleneck, right? You're literally waiting to share the opportunity to let other people change their lives just because you haven't gotten to where you want to go. That's what changed my mindset. I was like, wow, I have a lot of people I love in my life. I have a lot of people I care about. They all don't have to join. That's completely fine, but I kind of felt like selfish. I felt bad if I wasn't going to at least tell them about it. You know what I mean? I didn't care if they joined. I did not care. Not in a mean way, just like, dude, not everyone wants to be a chef. Not everyone wants to be a dancer. Not everyone wants to be a doctor, a nurse. Not everyone wants to be a lawyer, a real estate agent, right? Not everyone wants to trade. Not everyone wants to build an online business. My sister's like, man, my dream goal is to own a mini wiener dog farm or a miniature dachshund farm. I'm like, all right, we'll get it done. Right. But not everyone wants to do this. And that's okay, guys. That's completely fine. Guess what? One of them might be having a kid in 2 months and they're like, well, plans change. I'm in. Okay. A no is not a no forever. A no is just a not yet. Guys, I said no when I saw this business. I literally was on a Zoom call just like this. I was 20 years old and I was so rude on the Zoom call to the guy, right? The guy who got me started. I was so rude to him. I wasn't like swearing at him or anything, but I was asking hard questions. I'm like, dude, I don't want my time wasted. I don't even think this is real. Are you even making money? Blah, blah, blah. Right. And then I went over to Jay Patno's house and he's like, dude, I'm already doing that. And I was like, what? And I immediately got started. Okay. But just understand, guys, that, that's why I went out and got a free account. When he explained that to me, dude, just at least tell them about it. They don't have to join. Just let them know what you're doing. Because then they can't tell you in 2 years, why didn't you tell me about it? What the heck? Okay. Now, here's how I would get a free account if I was brand new. This is for the builders on this call that have people in their team and are actively trying to share the plan. When you get someone started, the people who get, this is what you tell them, the people who get a free account, they follow something called the 48-hour rule. If this is me talking to a new person, if you want to get your free account in your first month, right? Like, how fast do you want to do it? That's what I asked them. And they're like, they either say, I don't know, just, before the next billing date, or they say right away. Like, I want to get it done right away, before the next billing date or right away. What's the difference between those? Does anybody know? It's one word. What's the difference between before the next billing date or right away? What's the urgency, right? So I tell people, the people who actually get a free account their first month, they have urgency. They follow something called the 48-hour rule. Okay. Remember, guys, I would write this down. I'm telling you the sauce right now. Okay. Like literally the people who learn this throughout the years in my business have been able to, make anywhere from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars, obviously trading included. But if you can master what I'm telling you and teach it properly, you'll go out and build a beautiful business. Okay. So when someone wants to get a free account, it's called the 48-hour rule. Okay. Now, what is the 48-hour rule? The 48-hour rule basically states that the first 48 hours of someone getting started, they are technically the most excited they'll ever be inside the business, right? Guys, I'm, 7 years in, I'm still fired up. Like I'm obviously I'm pretty extroverted. I'm an excited guy, but I've never been more excited than right now, especially after that event we just went to, like it's game time. So the 48-hour rule says they are the most excited they'll ever be the day they get started. Okay. So what you tell them is the people who get their free account, they use that excitement the first 48 hours. What I tell them to do is I give them a text message. Okay. I give them a text message or I give them a video that teaches them how to do it. But this is a copy and paste text message that you can use to send to 40 to 50 people. I tell them within 48 hours, I want you to message this to 40 to 50 people. Okay. Does anybody know what that does to your business? If you're a brand new person that just got started, puts you in 40 to 50 group chats with people, what does that do to your business? Someone put it in the chat. What does it do to your business? If you have someone brand new that just put you in a group chat, 40 to 50 people, Kaboom! Yeah, kaboom, right? Kaboom boom. All right, there we go. That's what Tip said. This is a message you guys can use, okay? Let me go ahead and quickly make sure it looks right. I'm gonna drop this inside of the Wi-Fi money chat, and I'm gonna drop it in here. Okay. So I'm gonna put it in there and I'm gonna put it in the Wi-Fi money chat. As we go through stuff today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna drop it inside the chat for you. Okay. Now, if you are looking to, obviously invite people, I have a whole training on it. Like I did a whole training on how to invite people, which I'm still gonna go over stuff, but that's right here. Okay. I just sent that link in there. This is how to get a free account. All right. I would go ahead and rewatch it if you need a refresher, but that's very, very important to learn. All right. Now, if you want to get it done fast, what's the fastest way to contact and invite people? What's the fastest and most effective way to contact and invite people? Anybody know? I know Tippa knows. What's the fastest, most effective way to contact people and invite? Call. Yep, call people. If you call them, if you pick up the phone and call them, okay? Now, right here, this is how to invite by calling. That it teaches you right there, guys. It's so simple, okay? It's how to invite people by calling, okay? So I'm gonna go through there. What I'm gonna do though, because I know the whole world's introverted and most of you probably won't call people unless you're just a boss and want to win quick. But do you even care about your conversion rate if you're not calling? Exactly. So if you are gonna use a text message method, okay, here's how it works. I tell my new person, all right, 48-hour rule, send that text to 40 to 50 people. Now, I tell them this, whatever they reply, here's the text, by the way, hey, how's it going? I have a friend that's been trading for X amount of years. He's always down to help new people. She's always down to help new people, depending on who got you started. Would you want to hop on a call with my friend to learn or to talk about trading if we set one up? Right? Would you want to hop on a call with my friend and talk about trading? We set one up. Notice how I didn't talk about the company. I didn't talk about, an academy, a university, nothing like that. I just said I have a friend that knows how to trade. They've been doing it for a while. They're down to teach my friends. Do you want to get on a call and talk about trading? That's all it says, right? Now, this might work really well for you. It might not, it might not. There's a lot of different ways to invite. Okay. If you reach out to me, I have a ton of different ways to invite. Okay. I could send you that. But this is what I tell them. Whatever they respond, okay? As long as it's not no, okay? If they say no, thank you, that's fine, okay? You just say, hey, no worries at all. Let me know if you ever change your mind and want to start making some money together, okay? Don't say, let me know if you want to start making some money. That's rude. Say, let me know if you want to start making some money together, okay? And you check up with them again in a month. Because like I said, they might have got fired from a job. They might have a kid on the way all of a sudden. You always follow up, okay? Why do you follow up? 80% of people who join your team, it's going to be because you reach back out to them. Okay. Guys, most of the people I've ever gotten started, it's because I reach back out to them. Think about all the stuff that's going on in your lives. Everyone on this call. Think about everything that's happened today, everything that's happened yesterday, the whole past week since you got back from Orlando or whatever. People have the same thing going on in their lives. You message them one time, they get excited, right? They might not get on a call, they might not see the information, but if you reach back out to them, they're like, oh my God, I forgot about that. People have stuff going on. You got to remind them. You're following up with them. You know how many people I followed up with like 8 times? They finally get started. Then they're like, dude, thank you so much for following up with me. This is insane. And I'm like, I got you. I forgot the saying, but the magic's in the follow-up, basically. Okay. Now, this is what I tell them. Okay. If they say anything but no, does it cost money? Is it legal? How much money have you made? Is this a network marketing company? Do you get commission for this? Whatever they say to you back from that text message, this is what I tell them to say. Hey, that's a great question. Let's hop on a call with my friend. Let's talk about it. And then I throw them in a group chat with my mentor. Okay. So let's say you right now, we're trying to get a free account. You send that text message to someone. They reply back, hey, that's awesome. I didn't even know that you trade. What do you think about what's going on in the markets right now? What do you reply to them? Someone put it in the group chat. If they're like, hey, does this cost money? Oh, dude, what do you think about what's going on in the market right now? Do you get a commission from it? What do you reply to them? Hey, that's a great question. Let's hop on a call and let's talk about it. and you throw them in a group chat with the person who got you started or your closest leader that you work with. Okay. And then you just introduce them. Okay. That's very, very it. Don't say anything else, guys. Listen, success loves speed. Okay. There's a time and a place for everything. I used to have a text message that was this long that explained the entire business, right? This long. Like, imagine how small the text is, this long. Guess how many people I got started when I messaged 300 people? Like 1, 2, right? And then about 298 no's. Okay. So that's why you got to get them in a group chat with the person who got you started or a leader until you're at a level, let's say platinum executive, 20 people on your team. Until you're at that level, you should be leveraging in a 3-way group chat your mentor, the person who got you started. It could be me, it could be Tippa, it could be a lot of people on this call. Okay. Utilize your resources. All right. But that's all you say is, hey, that's a great question. Let's hop on a call, my friend. Let's talk about it. And you throw them in a 3-way group chat. This is another thing I say. Don't ask them if it's okay if you make a group chat with your business partner, your friend, or your mentor. Just throw them in it. Now, that might seem weird to you guys, but the reason is this. If you ask them that, most people are just going to say, no, that's okay. Like, I'm fine. So just throw them in it. And if they don't reply, they don't reply. It's fine. Woo! Not a big deal. Just throw them in a group chat, get them connected, right? Guys, I have multi-million-dollar friends that make tons of money all over the country. If they want me to meet someone, guys, they don't even tell me. I just get a group chat one day. They're like, Josh, this is Aaron. Aaron, this is Josh. Talk about XYZ. And I'm like, all right, hi, what's up? If they want me to get connected with someone, they connect me with someone right away. Okay. That's how you got to treat it. Urgency. And if they don't reply to the group chat, that's fine. Okay. Now, another tip of advice, if you send that message out to someone and they don't reply to you, you send it to a prospect, they don't reply, 24 hours later, send them a question mark. Just a question mark. Okay, just one question mark, okay? Because then people are going to be like, oh, my bad, I saw it, like, blah, blah, blah. They'll get back to you, right? If they don't reply to that question mark, 24 hours later, say, hey, is everything all good? Because you asked, hey, how's it going? I have a friend that's been trading, you said, hey, how's it going? So then 48 hours later, if they still haven't replied to those 2 texts, the message, the question mark, hey, is everything all good? If they don't reply to that, obviously they just don't want to do business with you. That's fine. There's a lot of people who don't want to do business with me, as you guys as well. Don't take it personal, just like Tippa said. Don't take it personal. Guys, this is a business, right? You're not asking them to be best friends with you. You're not asking them on a date. You're asking about a business opportunity or if they want to trade, right? So once you get them in a group chat, okay, once you guys get them in a group chat, I want to tell you guys a little bit about stuff, okay? I'm going to go ahead and drop one more thing in here real quick. This is what you reply to people. Any question, you reply with this, okay? You reply with that right there 99% of the time. But this is a tip of advice for everyone in here, okay? Once I learned this is when my entire business changed, okay? When I got started, guys, I was reaching out to people and I was, let's say I went out in like college. That's when I got started. If I saw someone that was interested in trading, like let's say I posted it on my story and they came up to me and they're like, dude, how's that trading thing going? I couldn't help but get excited. I was like, oh my God, it's going amazing, dude. Like we have an awesome company, a crazy team. Like we hold trade sessions every single day. We have a bunch of educators. It's a full-blown academy, tons of videos. It's a super awesome company, like awesome community. It does cost money. It's $175 a month, but obviously, if you want to share it with 4 people, you can get a free account. Bleh. I word vomited on people. Oh my God. They were just being polite. They were just waiting for me to shut up. They're like, please stop talking. I'm trying to walk away. I was just being nice, right? I learned how to stay calm, cool, and collected when I heard someone was interested in trading. Okay. Because if you get too excited, they're going to look at you a little bit crazy, but also they're going to smell commission breath on you. Okay. They're going to be like, this person's a little bit too excited talking to me about this. Sounds like they're trying to sell me something. Okay, guys, yes, we're doing sales, right? But I'm teaching you psychology. I'm teaching you how to not spill the beans. I'm teaching you the proper, you guys remember PEMDAS from math class, right? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, all that stuff. There's an order of operations, right? All that information is on the back end when they see a presentation. In the beginning, I'm just teaching you guys how to properly do it, okay? So these are things right now, I just put it in the chat. These are things that I do not say to anyone who hasn't seen a presentation. Okay. My family members on Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, right? When we're all together, they're like, Josh, it's been 7 years. Can you just tell us what you do? I'm like, I trade and make money with my friends. Okay. So here's things not to say to your prospects until they've seen a full presentation, because the presentation explains this stuff. Remember, order of operations, right? You don't want to spill the beans. Okay. So I don't mention to people it's a company, it costs money, the company's name, it's an academy, you can get free accounts, residual income, build teams, network marketing. I don't mention any of that stuff. Not because it's bad, but because that's what the presentation is for. Okay, there's a time and a place for everything. If you guys can do this, don't reinvent the wheel. If you can follow what I'm saying, you're going to be able to have a successful business. Okay, so I don't mention any of that stuff until they've seen the presentation. Okay, here's what I do mention to people, things to say before the presentation. I trade with my friends and we try to make money every single day. Okay. If you're not profitable yet, that's why you don't say, I trade with my friends and we make money every day. You say, I trade with my friends and we try to make money every day. Okay. That's it. Someone will ask me, what do you do? I trade with my friends and we try to make money every day. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And then I turn it around. I go, don't you trade? And they're like, no. And I'm like, why? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't trade, right? Because most people don't trade, guys. Everyone's trying to get into it. No one actually does it. Okay. So I asked them, don't you trade? And they're like, no. And I asked why, and they have no idea why they don't. So then I say, well, hey, man, let me get your Instagram. I hand my phone to them. Let me get your Instagram. Let me get your phone number. Let me get your Snapchat, whatever. And stay cool, stay calm, act like you're doing them a favor. Let me get your phone number. Let me get your Instagram. And maybe I can reach out in like a week or so. We can get on a call and, maybe trade together. Okay. And they're like, dude, that'd be awesome. They type it in as fast as their fingers can go. Okay. You withhold the information from them. You see how I didn't tell them anything. I said, I trade with my friends and we try to make money every day. I've been trading for 9 years. You can say how long you've been trading. If they ask what you do, hey, I am an accountant at this place, but I also part-time trade with my friends and we try to make money every day. That's it. Part-time is a magical word. Everyone's working 40-hour-a-week jobs, right? If they hear you say I trade full-time, they're like, dude, I'm already full with full-time. I don't have more full-time, right? So part-time is a magical word. So if you do this part-time, you part-time trade with your friends and try to make money every day, right? And then you ask them if they trade, blah, 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 and be like, hey, man, maybe I can get you on a call with one of our, other traders and we can trade sometime this week. Okay, let me get your Instagram. And then you walk away. Okay, don't keep talking to them. Don't keep selling them on the spot. Okay, you're nurturing relationships. Now you pique their interest, you got their information, and you're gone. Okay, now this is when later on you reach out to them. This is when later on, when you actually contact them, you throw them in a group chat with whoever is your mentor. You throw them in a group chat with whoever is your, a direct upline, right? Sending out copy and paste messages now. Let's go. Let's get fired up. That's how you do it. Okay. But guys, imagine you get 4 people started and all 4 of them put you in group chats with 40 to 50 people each. That's called duplication. Okay. That's why I'm telling you all this stuff. Like literally what I'm telling you is the key of how I got to, levels that I wanted to get to. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense so far. 3-way group chats are key here. If you don't have 20 people on your team, you should be using 3-way group chats. Leverage someone who has success in the business. It could be me. It could be Tippa. It could be Landon. It could be Marissa. It could be Kate. It could be a lot of people on this call, guys. Brandon. I mean, there's so many people that you can leverage. Okay. Because if, I remember, guys, when I was making $600 a month, I get on a call with someone and I'm like, yeah, I just got the $600 a month, right? I was 21 years old. I was like, man, that's not like a ton of money. So I was kind of like a little bit embarrassed about it, which you shouldn't be. That's what I learned. But I started leveraging my mentor who was making, 2,500 to $5,000 a month. I was leveraging him. I'm like, hey, man, I just got started. I'm making $7,200 a year. It's just part-time. But my mentor here, he's making $60,000 a year, and he's been doing it 7 months longer than me. Right? You guys got to leverage people till you have 20 people in your business. Okay. Remember, this is what you are telling your team members. Okay. Who wants to go on a run? Who wants to go on a run, guys? Drop a 1 in the chat. Who's trying to go on a run this time around? Who wants to scale their team to hundreds, if not thousands of people, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if you want to do it. Okay. I'm telling you guys, it's not impossible. Okay. I've seen people who have no skill, extremely unintelligent, and are even lazy have success, which is pretty shocking. Okay. But if you want to do this stuff, guys, you have to follow what we're talking about. Okay. All this information I'm telling you, I didn't create. Okay. I didn't create this information. It's nothing is new. Nothing's new under the sun. It's just passed down. I'm passing it down to you guys. So what's your job as a leader? To pass it to your people. Okay. Once I learned this stuff, I was able to duplicate really fast. I took a team once I learned this from 20 people to 330 in 6 months. Okay. You can do it too. I didn't know anything about network marketing. I knew nothing about the business. I didn't know what duplication was. I didn't know what the system was. I didn't know anything. I just decided to, learn what my mentors were teaching me. I was like, I'm going to learn this stuff. Okay. Remember, this is recorded. You guys can rewatch this. Okay. Now that's how you go out and get a free account. You just sign up 4 people. If you message enough people, you're going to get a free account. If you call enough people, you're going to get a free account. All right. Does anybody know what the rule 7 is? Okay. Anybody know what the rule of 7 is? Drop a 7 in the chat if you know what the rule of 7 is. Ah, you like that one? 7 for 7? Let's go. Come on. Let's get fired up. Come on. Drop a 7 if you know rule of 7. Let's see it. Hey, don't just drop it if you don't know it, though. Like, I'm going to tell you guys what it is. But guys, the rule 7 is going to keep you sane. Okay. It's going to keep you mentally sane. I'm going to give you expectations on how many people you're going to actually have to message. Okay. If you message 4 people right when you join and all 4 get started, kudos to you, man. I'm props. Okay. I had to message like 300, 400. I got it done in a week because I just went crazy. I was like, I don't want to pay anymore. I'm in college. I don't want to spend $175 a month. I just was like, I'm going to keep going nonstop until I get a free account. Okay. Some of you are on this call like, man, why don't I have a free account and I've only messaged 50 people? Like, keep going. Just keep doing it. Hours and hours are passing in days. How many months has it been since you got started? Guys, you can do this. You just have to keep going until you get it done. Leverage your uplines. Okay. So the rule 7 states this. All right. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the chat, guys. This will keep you mentally sane so you know how many people you actually got to message. Expectations are everything. Everything, guys. If you don't give your team proper expectations, they're going to quit. If you don't give them proper expectations, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to be confused, right? Remember, they're a baby. They're brand new. These new people on your team are infants. They don't know better, right? Everything you're telling them is all they know. So the rule 7 states this, okay? This is just an average, all right? This is like a batting average. This is like a shooting average, okay? It can get better. Okay, this can get better, but this is the average for the industry. Out of every 7 people that you message, roughly 1 is actually going to respond to you. Okay? Guess what? You might message 7 people and all 7 respond. This is just an average. Now, out of every 7 people that you message, 1 will respond on average. Out of every 7 people that respond, 1 of them actually gets on a call. How many people have we spoken to now at this point? Just 2 down. Out of every 7 people we message, 1 respond. Out of every 7 that respond, 1 gets on a call. How many people did we have to message in order for 1 person to get on a Zoom call to see the information? Someone do the math. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. It's a financial education company. Let's go. We messaged 7 people to get 1 respond. Now 7 people have responded and 1 of them finally gets on a call. 49. 49 people we messaged for 1 of them to get on a Zoom call. All right. Like I said, guys, you might message 7 and all 7 get on the Zoom call. You know what they call that? They call that the lucky network marketer. That's why I said kudos to you, right? You got lucky and that's awesome. Or maybe you're known as the business person. People trust you, respect you, everything like that. They just wanted to get started. They want to do everything you do. Okay. But on average, guys, you message 49 people and you'll eventually get 1 on a call. Okay. It doesn't have to be like that. I'm just letting you know. Now, if you leverage your upline in a 3-way group chat with those people, they're more likely to get on a call. Okay. So these numbers can get better. Now, out of every 7 people that get on a call, roughly 1 of them will actually join the business. Okay. So now think about how many people you message, right? And like I said, guys, this is just a batting average. If you do this every day, if you prospect every day, if you talk to people every day, consistently, week after week, month after month, you become part of your life, right? This will get better. It'll be, 1 out of every 4. Okay. Guys, I've seen people go from, 1 out of every 10 to 1 out of every 3, right? That's how people who didn't get people started for 3 months, one time signed 15 people up in a day. Okay. It changes. It gets better. Right. Now, out of every 7 people that hop on a call, 1 of them join. Out of every 7 people that join the business, one actually takes it serious. Guys, this business, I'm sad to say, but it attracts a lot of low hanging fruit. Okay. This business attracts a lot of low hanging fruit. Okay. Now, what does that mean? That means that it's either how you're saying it, you're selling it as a get rich quick, business. Guys, it's a get rich possible business. Okay. It's a get rich possible, not quick, right? Took me 2 years and a month to make a six-figure income, right? Now, out of every 7 people who join, one takes it serious, right? Those people are awesome. And out of every 7 people who take it serious, one of them's a diamond. One of them blows your business up. One of them's an Anthony Napolitano. One of them's an Alex Lugo. One of them is a person who takes the business serious to the next level. Okay. You got to dig through dirt. Do you guys know how hard it is to find a diamond when you're mining for them in mountains and dirt? You have to dig through a lot of dirt, a lot of dirt, a ton of dirt, right, guys? You have to dig through a lot of people who don't take it serious, a lot of people who want the fast way out. They're never really going to amount to anything if they want the fast way out, guys. You gotta reap what you sow. You gotta sacrifice time to actually become successful, right? I've met like one overnight success, like an actual overnight success. I met like one in my life, and I've met hundreds of thousands of people. Okay. I've met a lot of people in my life. Overnight successes don't happen. Okay. So you got to understand, you have to get through a lot of people to find the people that you want. Now, everyone understands the rule 7 now, right? Drop a 1 if you understand the rule 7. Okay. Drop a 1 if you understand it. Okay. I'm going to teach you guys about building the business now, right? If you understand the rule 7, drop a 1. Okay. Now I want you to imagine this. Imagine you have 10 people on your team that are all following the rule 7 now. Guys, that is speeding up. All those people are in your business. That is your same rule of 1 and 7 being multiplied by everyone. That's where it gets crazy, right? To find a diamond, it's roughly 16,000 people that have to be prospected. That's usually the math. 16,000 people to find an Anthony Napolitano. Okay. 1 out of every 16,000 people, you'll find someone who is a absolute, hardworking, long-term vision, no procrastination, consistent leader. Okay. 1 out of every 16,000. Now I want to show you how the business gets easier. Imagine you have 10 people in your business and they're all contacting 10 people a day, including you. Let's just say your team. If you have 10 people messaging 10 people a day, how many people a day are finding out about your business? Someone drop it in the chat. If you got 10 people messaging 10 people a day about the business, how many people are hearing about your business every single day? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, simple math. 100. Tip was like yawning over here. He's like, good God, buddy. 100 people. If you got 10 people in your business messaging 10 people a day, that's 100 people a day finding out about your business. Okay. Now imagine this. How many people a month is that? How many people in 30 days are finding out about your business if all 10 people are messaging 10 people a day? 3,000 people a month are finding out about your business off of 10 people. 10 people, guys. This is the definition of network marketing, okay, by Eric Worre. It's your ability to get a small group of people to do a few small tasks every day. You get a large group of people to do a few small tasks every single day. Who knows what audio that's from? Someone drop it in the chat. A large group of people to do a few small tasks every day. That's my definition of network marketing, right? Eric Worre's from Minnesota. If you're in Minnesota, shout out us, Wisconsin. No, I'm just kidding. But guys, a large group of people to do a few small tasks every day. I'm going to tell you what the daily goals are in your little bit. Okay. But that's why if you can get your team to just work in unison, your business will multiply and grow and expand like crazy. Okay. How many people do you have to message to find a diamond? How many? How many people have to be contacted to find a diamond? Put it in the chat. 16,000, right? 16,000 people. Now, according to 3,000 people in a month with 10 people on your team, how many months will it take with just 10 people on your team to find a diamond? 5 to 6 months. Exactly. In 5 to 6 months, you'll find someone like Jay Padnell. You'll find a Tippa. You'll find an Anthony Napolitano. Guys, 5 to 6 months. Okay. But guess what? If you guys get 10 people started in your business and none of them are prospecting, you're a one-man army still. you know, one girl army. All right. That's why when I'm trying to tell you guys on how to influence your team member to get a free account, that's why I'm telling you this stuff. If you work in unison, that's when your business can grow and expand. Right now, I don't expect you guys to be pros at this right away. I don't expect you to be pros. I had to learn and learn and learn. And then I had to learn, a lot of learning. Right. And that's okay. But I'm telling you the foundation right now. Okay. Now, let's talk about building the business. Okay. Building the business, right? It's going to be a lot of easy work. A lot of easy work. Okay. That's why I asked who did blue collar in here, like who, did cement or who, built houses or who did construction or who cut metal. It's going to be a lot of easy work. Okay. What are we doing? Clicking buttons, talking. Come on. It's not that hard, right? You just have to not be lazy and be fired up to win. Okay. You got to be inspired. Okay. If you went to Orlando, you should have been inspired watching like all these different types of people, walking stage and all these successful stories. I mean, guys, if you heard or watched Corey Crame's story, like that's insane what he shared up there, right? The dude was literally a druggy bum dropout of high school, like always in trouble constantly. Every single police officer in the entire, city that he's from in Wisconsin knows who he is. They know who the Crames are, right? Nobody thought he would get to who he is. Okay. But you have to make the decision, okay? If you're going to build this business, here's some tips of advice, okay? You have to be positive and abundant, okay? Positive and abundant, right? Now, here's what I mean by positive, okay? Every day, the human brain, I believe, has 60,000 thoughts a day, okay? And every single negative thought, by the way, I think 90% of them are negative thoughts. That's just humans, right? I believe every single negative thought you have to counteract it with 15 positive thoughts. Okay. Guys, when you join the business, most people they're poisoned in the brain. They have negative thoughts. They think negatively. They don't even realize it because all their friends do it too. Anybody got like friend groups that say a lot of fucked up shit to each other? Right? Like a lot of bad jokes. They're talking about things that you're like, man, ha ha, ha, but we really shouldn't be saying this, but I guess we're all saying it. Guys, no one realizes how poisoned their brain is. Okay. Now you're in an environment, congratulations. Now you're in an environment where we're here to push each other up. We're here to say positive things to each other. We're here to encourage each other to win. Okay. That's why sometimes you'll meet some of your best friends inside this business, literally lifelong friends. Right. So, what I'm talking about in positivity is, you have to always be saying positive things to yourself and the team out loud. You have to be speaking positivity to your team. Like someone will be like to me, man, like, man, the business is just slow right now. I'm like, dude, the business has never been booming this much. Someone's like, man, I just had a leader quit. I'm like, dude, there's never been so many leaders joining ever, right? You got to say positive things, even when it doesn't feel like it's the truth, what you're saying. You have to speak positivity, okay? Now, when we're talking about abundance, all right, this is abundance versus scarcity. Okay. Guess what? Everyone who joins your team is going to have a scarcity mindset for the most part. All right. They're going to be like, man, no one wants to join. Nobody's replying to my text. Nobody's staying on the team. Nobody's having success in my business. I'm not reaching the ranks. It's taking too long. There's not enough people that I know. I don't know enough people, right? That's called a scarcity mindset, scarce resources, scarce mentality. Okay. You have to convert it to an abundant mentality. I have unlimited people to talk to. My team has never been growing so much in its life. Everyone wants to join this business right now. Every person I'm going to get on a Zoom call with is going to join. Guys, I don't get on a presentation with someone unless I have the mindset this person's already getting started, right? I don't, I would say to Jay, like, hey, man, I'm going to go get someone started right now. He's like, oh, you showed someone the plan? I'm like, no, I'm just going to go get them started though. I'm going to show the plan, get them started. I assume the sale. Always assume the sale. Always assume that the person that's on the call or you're talking to wants to join. Always assume that. Never, I remember in the beginning, I was like, you wouldn't want to join, would you? Right? You got to assume like, yeah, man, so you ready to get started? Do you have any questions? Let's get the ball rolling. Right? Assume the sale, guys. Have an abundant mentality. Okay. I hear people, and this was me back in the day, guys, but I hear people that are like, just complaining like, man, well, this is happening and this is happening and this is happening and this is happening. That's a scarcity mentality. You have to stop saying those things, right? You have to say abundant mentality things, even if it doesn't feel like it's the truth. You have to say it. right, guys? Who's done positive affirmations out loud before? Drop a one in the chat. Who's done positive affirmations before? Where you say it out loud to yourself, right? Man, if it's only 4 or 5 people, we got some work to do, kids. No, I'm just kidding. But guys, Kalahari, the goat at it. Guys, when you started doing positive affirmations, didn't it feel like you were like telling yourself a lie? Didn't it just not even feel right? You're like, this is cringy. Like, this isn't me, right? You have to turn who your current identity is into an abundant, positive person. And you do that by speaking the stuff out loud. Okay. Words have power, words have meaning, even your own words to yourself. Okay. Thoughts are not enough. Your thoughts are not enough. You have to speak out loud to yourself. Guys, for 6 years straight, not a day missed. Anytime I shower, I do positive affirmations in the shower every single time, right? Please don't picture me naked in the shower, but I'm doing positive affirmations, right? Every time I'm in there, man, I'm like, dude, I'm a top earner. I'm humble. I'm trustworthy. I'm a leader. I'm a top earner in network marketing. I'm helping iGenius grow. I'm here to win with the team. We're going to the next level. I'm a X amount a month earner. I say these things in the shower. I make this much money a month in trading, right? I literally say it out loud. Okay. And you know why I started doing it? Because my mentors that were making 100 grand a month, 1 million a month, right? Some of the earners in this industry, they told me to do it. And I was like, man, that sounds dumb. For an example, Sydney on the call, right? I told her to do positive affirmations. Before I did it, she was like, God, I hope you guys don't make us do like positive affirmations or some stuff like that. I'm like, oh, we're doing positive affirmations. Okay. So you guys have to start doing it. Do it in the shower. Okay. Do your positive affirmations in the shower. Okay. Or wherever you got to do them in the car. You just got to do 5 to 10 a day. Say positive things to yourself. Okay. That's positivity in abundance. Okay. You guys see the mindset I'm trying to lay on you, right? Don't get me wrong, guys. I still think negative thoughts. I'm a human being. You guys saw it all in Orlando. I'm just a regular, I'm an average person, but I have above average goals, dreams, and ambitions, right? There's nothing special about me. I just learned how to do the business. Okay. Once you learn how to do it, you win. Okay. As long as you work it, right? So, number 5, I believe, is what we're on. Number 4 is building the business. Number 5 is 4 skills that you have to study and learn every day. Okay. These are 4 skills. Guys, if you want to get to a full-time income, these are the 4 skills you got to get good at. Okay. I promise you. Okay. It's right from the legends. Okay. 4 skills you must learn. You must get better at every day. Okay. It doesn't matter where you are with them. It doesn't matter if you think you're bad at them. Work on them every day. Number 1, communication. Okay. Everyone that's on the call, next time I see you, just be ready. I might be like, yo, what are the 4 skills that you have to learn every day? You got to know these like the back of your hand. Okay. 4 skills. Number 1 is communication. Okay. You have to get good at communication. All right. It's just talking to people, man. You're just talking to people. You don't have to be all excited. You don't have to be super extroverted. Guys, there's introverts that crush this business. Like if anybody knows Noor or whatever her name is, I don't know if I pronounced that right. She is an introvert and she's a $25,000 a month earner. Okay. You don't have to be extroverted to win in this business. You just have to communicate. All right. Eric Worre is an introvert. Yeah. Tons of people say, yeah, man, like I try to talk to him. The guy doesn't even want to talk unless he's doing things. He's shy. Communication is number 1. Learn how to communicate with people. Learn how to have a conversation. Okay. Number 2 is leadership. Okay. Leadership. Okay. I believe leadership is helping blind people see. All right. Leadership is leading people to the destination that they know they need to go to, but they don't, or that they need to go to, but they don't know. It's leading people to where they need to go, but they don't know they need to be there. All right. That's leadership, right? You're influencing people. Okay. So number 2 is leadership, being able to guide, direct, help, give instructions, show by example, right? So leadership. Number 3 is mindset/belief. This one was the hardest for me, ladies and gentlemen. This was the hardest for me. It was mindset/belief. Okay, number 3. What do you think about yourself? Do you think you're the type of person that can go out and actually, hit a 6-figure residual income? Do you think you're the type of person that can go out and actually learn how to become successful with trading, right? Guess what, guys? I had tons of disbelief in the business. Even though I set a 90-day goal of 10K a month, guys, I was just saying that because Jay was saying it. Jay was like, that's our goal. I was like, that's our goal, right? Guys, I thought tons of negative thoughts, right? Hello. She's like, that was me. Whoa. I thought tons of negative thoughts, guys. I was like, can I actually do this? Am I smart enough to learn how to do this? Uh, do I actually have this much influence? Do people actually trust me? I had to change everything about my mindset and belief. I rewired everything about my brain. I had to completely like rip all the negative thoughts out of my brain. It took time. Okay. But I had to get all negativity out. I had to start doing positive affirmations. I had to start changing the way I thought about myself. Okay. Because guys, guess what? If you're born in poverty, if you're born in a low income, neighborhood and everyone in your family works low income jobs, guess what? You're probably going to end up working a low income job. You'll probably not have a high net worth. You'll probably be struggling financially the rest of your life. And the reason that is because the people who are born in those environments, that's their identity. They literally look at themselves as that's who we are. That's who my family is. That's who, that's how, we are going to grow up in the world, right? You have to change your identity. You have to change who you are, guys. You have to change like the way you think about yourself. You have to set standards for yourself. You don't have to be what your family is. You don't have to be what your friends are. It's all about your identity. What do you think about yourself? If you were to write down a description of who you are, you got to write the one that you want to be. Okay. And then start practicing being that person every day until you become them. You have to rewire who you think you are. I did not think I was a six-figure earner. I did not think I had made money in trading. I did not think I was going to have success. I didn't think I was going to be able to go full time. I literally didn't, guys. But I learned that I had to rewire my identity to be the person that is able to have those, types of results. Is that making sense to you guys so far? Drop a 3 if that's making sense. Okay, I want to know if that's making sense. If you can rewire who you think you are and what you think you deserve and back it up by action, you're going to get it. Okay, but I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, guys. You're reprogramming however old you are. If you're 23, if you're 45, if you're 18, if you're 29, if you're 34, you're rewiring years and decades of programming in your brain. Okay. It's not going to be easy, but guess what? If I can do it, you can do it. Okay. If I can do it, if you can do it. Guys, I was a 245-pound emo kid in junior high. I didn't talk to anyone. I got suspended constantly. I was using drugs. I had terrible friends, right? I had F's in school. I was so rude to teachers. I was a kid you would not want in class, right? All these bad things, right? Barely made it by school just by cheating, right? Had terrible, terrible mental negativity constantly, right? I was not a good friend. I wasn't a good person. I didn't like myself. Okay. I had to change who I thought I was in order to change who I actually was. Okay. I had to change my identity, right? I knew I was destined for something great. If you know you're destined for something great, I want you to drop a 7 in the chat. If you know that you were put here for a reason, drop a 7 in the chat, guys. If you knew that you were, God put you on this planet so you can make an impact, I want you to drop a 7 in the chat. Okay. Guys, if you think that, you just got to change who you think you are and work on it every day. Okay. So the last skill of the 4 skills you need to learn, right? That's why mindset belief, I spent a long time on that because guys, this business is 99% spiritual. It's 1% physical. That's why mindset belief is the hardest part. Like that's the only thing holding you back, right? The only way to not win in this business is if you quit or you don't do anything. Okay. If you quit or you don't do anything, you're not going to win. If you stay in the business and you do something, you're going to have success. Okay. It's the mindset and belief that stops you. All right. Now, the last skill that you got to learn every day is network marketing. Okay. Network marketing is a skill, ladies and gentlemen. Network marketing is a skill. All right. Communication, leadership, mindset / belief, and network marketing. Those are the 4 skills you guys got to learn every day. Obviously, the way to learn those skills, attend these calls, right? Right now, some of you are probably getting a lot of value. Some of you probably have heard this stuff, but it's a great reminder to hear, right? Those 4 skills, you do personal development every day. Listen to Alex Morton, listen to Matt Morris, listen to Jim Rohn, listen to John C. Maxwell, listen to Bob Proctor, there's so many people, Justin Owens. I mean, I could go on for days, guys, and you can ask me, I'll tell you people to listen to. Okay. That's how you train yourself in these 4 skills. All right. And then when you're learning about those 4 skills, here's the secret sauce. You got to learn it and then use it. Okay. Don't be one of the people, I call them cookie munchers. They get on these calls and they're like, man, I'm so fired up and inspired right now. Cooking or eating cookies, right? They're eating popcorn, whatever. And then they get off the call and they're like, I feel great. And then they pop on Netflix. They're like, all right, back to the daily program, right? You got to use what we're talking about. That's how you win, right? You learn and apply, right? So I want to talk about the network marketing skill. Okay. There is a system we follow, ladies and gentlemen, on how to build a big business. Okay. It's very easy. Okay. It's 4 letters. It's called IPET. 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 All right. Please write this down. I remember I was like 8 months into the business or like 6 months into the business. I had a team of like 20, 30 people. I hadn't learned this yet, right? This is just off pure grit why I got to that level. 20 to 30 people. I heard a video by Matt Morris that taught this 4-step system called IPET. When I heard it, I swear to God, I was in the middle of doing like bench press or something, and I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God. I called my mentors that were making 10, 25K a month. I'm like, why haven't you taught me this? And they're like, dude, I don't even know what that is. And I was like, this is crazy. This is insane. Guys, everyone always says in this industry, just plug them into the system. Just follow the system. Just go with the system. I was sitting there for 6 to 7 months like, what the hell is the system? Right? We had live presentations every night. My mentors were like, just put them on the call, get them started, and then tell them to put people on the call, right? That was their system. I'm like, God, this sucks, right? This system right here is bulletproof. Okay, IPET. Number 1, the I is inviting. Okay, inviting. That is the most important part of this 4-step system. Okay. If you can't get good at inviting people to check out the opportunity, right? You guys heard how I prospect people. I don't really even invite them. I more so like just tell them what I do and I pique their interest and they want to do it, right? You get good at doing that. But inviting, right? If you can't get good at inviting in this business, you can guess what your career in network marketing is going to look like. Probably not too hot, right? How do you get good at inviting? Someone put it in the chat. How do you get good at inviting? Practice, repetition, inviting. That's how you get good. Someone want to drop in the chat, guess how many times I've invited someone to check out our business over the last 7 years? Someone just throw a random number out. God. Probably 20,000. That's a pretty good guess. Yeah, that's a pretty good guess, right? Oh, Forrest Green has entered the chat. Forrest 2.0. You see that? All right. Probably 20,000, right? I can't even count, guys. I don't know how many times I've invited people, right? But you see how I got good at inviting was just doing it and doing it. My first 300 times inviting people, I was garbage. I was so bad. Did anybody think like that? Drop a 1 if you feel like you were garbage when you first started inviting. Maybe you still feel like you're garbage at inviting. It's okay, right? Guys, I'll put a 1 in there, man. I thought I was terrible at it. I was so bad. I was like, man, 300 people. I've been doing sales since I was 13, guys. I couldn't get anyone started. I was like, what is wrong with me, right? From garbage to riches. Yep. Guys, everyone's garbage at inviting when they get started usually. Okay, pretty much everyone, right? The way to get good is to not care that you're garbage and then go study people who are good at inviting and then use what they do over and over and over and over and over and over and you'll get good. Guys, Tippa was not good at inviting when he got started. He wasn't good at inviting, right? If you guys have seen him invite before, it's crazy. It's insane, right? He phone calls people. Dude, we're going to have a 300 to 400 person event in either late August or early September. I've seen this dude put 50 people in a room, but guess what, guys? He was not like that when he got started. He did reps, like reps, man. Like it's crazy, right? Cage trash. Great mindset / belief there, Hunter. I like that. So the way to get good at inviting is by doing it. Okay. Now we say to message 10 new people a day, right? If you do that every day for 30 days, now you've contacted 300 people. I would bet that you would be willing to agree if you talk to 300 people a month, you could at least agree that you're getting better, right? If you message 300 people a month, you'll probably agree with me that you're getting better at it, right? You might still not be good, right? And then you do it another month, 600 people now, you're probably getting pretty decent at it. You know, you do it another month, 900 people, you're probably getting pretty good at it by this point, right? You're getting it. You know how to talk to people now. You do it the fourth month, right? 120 people. Guys, you're probably pretty good at that point. Okay. The problem is most people message 50 people, 100 people, and they let their emotions get in the way of their journey. They let the negativity stop them. They're like, oh my God, people called it a scam. People said it's stupid. People said, oh, those things don't work, right? Whatever the case may be. And then they let that cause them to stop. What keeps you going though? What keeps the strong leader going? What is it? Put it in the chat. What keeps you going when it's hard? Your why, right? When people are shitting on your business, excuse my language, guys, but I'm just being real with you. When people are talking smack, guys, I had so many people making fun of me. There was in college, guys, when we got started, someone sent and posted on a story and sent it to me and Jay. It was like 50 people in a party, and all of them are sitting there like this doing 4X in the picture, right? Just ripping on me and Jay, right? Guess what? All those people are working jobs they probably don't like, and probably most of them haven't gotten to a six-figure income once in their life, you know? And I'm not saying that to, bash them. I didn't ever tell them that or anything like that, but I knew where I was going. I knew where I was going and I knew why I was doing it. So you have to keep your why close to you at all times. Guys, print out a picture of your family, a small one, or whatever your why is, put it in your wallet, put it in your purse, put it as a background on your phone. So every time you see it, you see your why, you see your why, you see your why. Keep it close, all right? But yes, guys, like I said, inviting, the way to get good is by doing it over and over and over and over, all right? Number 2 is P, IPET, guys. Remember the 4-step system and how to build an unlimited size team. P is presenting. Okay. P is presenting. All right. Once you start getting people after inviting to want to get on a call, right? You invite people, you throw them in a 3-way group chat with your mentor, introduce them, right? Once you do that, now it's time for the presentation. Okay. Now, here is a quote I heard. You don't own your business until you know how to do your own presentation. Okay. If you're on this call right now and you've never done a presentation to someone before and you want to win, it's time to change. It's time to burn the bridge. It's time to fall on your face and get bloody. Okay. You got to get punched in the face, smack your face in the cement, get on a Zoom call and do terrible. Just do it. Okay. Yeah, guys, I was so scared my first Zoom call. Oh my God. I got a guy who was 2 years older than me in my college, super popular dude from college. I wasn't, right? Jay was, right? Yeah, you guys know Jay. He's a cool guy, huh? But I got this guy 2 years older than me on a presentation with my mentor. And my mentor was like, you're doing the presentation. And I was freaking out. I was so nervous. Oh my God. I was 6 months in and that was my first time doing a presentation, right? I was just leveraging the Zoom calls. But I got him on the call, guys, and I did terrible. I don't even remember the call. I blacked out. I was so nervous, dude. I got lucky because my mentor was on it and my mentor saved the day at the end of the call and the guy got started. Okay. The guy got started my first Zoom call that I did the presentation, but it's because I leveraged my upline. Right. But once I did it, I was like, I could do that again. I could do another presentation. So guess what? I did another one. My mentor hopped on one more. And then after that, I was like, dude, I think I'm good. I was like, I'm just going to keep ripping it and I'll get good. I'm like, I'm not scared anymore. I know how to just explain the information, right? And ask them if they're ready to get started. Boom, I started loading my calendar up. I started inviting as much as I could and packing my calendar out 10 hours a day, 10 calls a day, 10 presentations a day, 7 days a week. Eventually it got to 3 weeks packed out in advance, right? So when you get to that point, let me know though. I'll give you some tips of advice if you're super packed out, but you guys got to learn the presentation. Okay. Here's how you learn it if you want to do it. Okay. If you want to learn the presentation, it's the 3-step method. Okay. This is what you're going to be teaching your leaders, by the way, guys. Okay. Remember, this might seem like a lot of stuff, but it really isn't. I'm just going in depth. Okay. I'm going in depth on this stuff. Okay. This really, like, if you look at my notebook, guys, it's 2 pages I'm talking about. Okay. But if I had a word sheet, we'd be on like page 11, right? So just know that this isn't a lot of stuff. I'm just trying to go in depth for you so you can understand it better. You know what I mean? So here's the 3-step method on how to learn the presentation. First, you put your prospect in a group chat with your mentor, set a date and time, always book a meeting. Okay. But the first presentation, your mentor does the whole presentation for you to them. Is it better to present it to them or send them the video when you're first getting started? Depends how fast you want to win. Depends how fast you want to win. You can leverage the presentation right away if you want. Okay. That's completely fine. Right. I still leverage presentations too, man, if I'm busy, but If you want to win fast and you want to own your business, burn the bridges now and learn how to do the presentation yourself. Okay. Learn how to do the presentation yourself. All right. So the first presentation, you and your mentor and your prospect. Okay. Your mentor does the whole present, or maybe like one of the leaders does the whole presentation for you to your prospect and closes the sale at the end. You sit there and you take notes on everything they say during the presentation, everything they say, how they say it, what they say, little jokes and everything. Write it all down on a notebook. Study how your mentor does the call or leader does the call to your prospect. That's step one for learning the presentation. Your second prospect that you get on a call with your mentor, you do the front half of the presentation and they do the back half. Okay, you do the front half of the presentation, maybe at like, Endotech or, let's say the alpha trader challenge, right? The 90-day challenge. You can go till, let's say, there, and then your mentor does the back half, or you could go all the way to the pricing and then they do the building side. Okay. You do the front, they do the back. And then your third prospect, you get on a call with your mentor, you do the entire presentation and you try to close the sale at the end. Your mentor just shares their story. Okay. By the fourth presentation, you should be able to do it on your own. Literally on your own. You can keep doing it with people, guys. It's great to have a third person on the team on the call. You and your prospect and someone else on the team. You know why? Because 2 yeses is better than 1 no. 2 yeses beats 1 no, right? If it's 1 yes and 1 no, you and your prospect, that's when you got to have experience. You got to be educated. You got to know what you're talking about. So your yes can beat their no, right? So your reasons of why they have to join is bigger than their reasons of why they can't. That's why 2 yeses is better than 1 no, using your mentor on calls in the beginning. What would you say is the single most important thing when going into the presentations? Guys, I didn't practice the presentations in the mirror. I just looked over the slides, right? Like everyone's different, right? I took public speaking in college 1 semester, right? I fell in love with it. That's when I knew I liked it. I didn't even know. But some people are different, right? I know people present to their significant others, before they do it. Some people, like some of you guys, present to each other just to practice. But the best way to learn it is just to go straight on in and just fail and then do it again and then fail and then do it again and then fail, right? Guys, there's 8.5 billion people on the planet. Okay. Not one single person is going to change the whole trajectory of your business. Okay. So I would say the single most important thing going into this presentation is expect to get hit in the face your first, handful of presentations. Expect it. Okay. Like I'm telling you to expect it. That's okay. Like when you get on them, don't expect to smack it out of the park and the person's like, wow, right? Expect to probably be pretty rough. That's the most important thing with presentations, guys, is expectations. Okay. It's knowing that you're not going to be good in the beginning, but if you keep doing it, you're going to get really, really good. Right. The only reason I'm good at presentations, for any of you who have seen mine or any of you who've heard me do one, it's because I've done them thousands of times. I have like 8 notebooks right here. And I have every single meeting I've ever done since I started network marketing. I number them, right? Like meeting, 3,228, right? I keep track of it. So one day down the road, I can show leaders on my team. I'm like, look at all these, right? I've learned that having high energy makes up for the lack of communication skills. Yeah, guys. Knowledge on ice. Excuse me. What I'm blanking the statement. Knowledge on ice is better than ignorance on fire. No, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. Whew, got that one. Sorry. That's what Forrest is basically saying. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. It's better to not even know what you're talking about, but be excited than to know everything about the business, but be really quiet and don't share it and everything like that. Okay. Obviously, it's better to get knowledgeable, of course, but you want to show them that you're passionate about it. I've had a lot of presentations where people are like, man, honestly, I don't even know if I can do this, but I see how passionate you are. I want to do it just because of that. Okay. So that's how you learn the presentation, guys. All right. We're going over iPad. Okay. Invite, present. Number 3 is enroll. Okay. The E. This is when someone joins finally. Okay. So first we invited them, then we presented to them. Now we're enrolling them, right? Do you guys remember when you got started? Most of you probably got on a call with a mentor. You went through the link tree, right? Our system, and you got yourself set up, right? Guys, it's so important that you get on a call with your people and make sure they understand what the goal is, what their daily goals are, what their objectives are, how to get on live sessions, how to use the products and services. Okay. Because guess what? There's some people in this industry. This is why they never got to high level ranks. This is why they never made a lot of money. They sign people up and they're like, put them in the Telegram chats, and they're like, good luck. You got this. Like, that's it. Imagine you guys got started and then someone was like, good luck. You got this. Thanks for joining. You're like, what? Like, what do I do? That's why, guys, we focus on enrolling and setting people up for success. Guys, we have a calendar with all the calls in it that are important, right? We're dropping a new schedule, guys. We have tons of new calls that are coming out just for this team. We're so excited for it. Crazy sessions that we have, the whole planned out. But we try to set people up the best we can, get them organized on their computer. We download Zoom for them. We make sure they have a Google Calendar and have the meetings in there. We make sure their Google Calendar on their phone is set up. We make sure they know when the calls are. We make sure they know what the telegrams even mean, right? And that's because if you do that, they're going to have a way better chance at winning in the business and making money, but they're going to stay in the business longer. Retention, right? If you just get someone started and just let them go, then that's it. So number 3 is enrolling, right? Setting them up for success, making sure that they know what the game plan is. Piece of advice, don't overwhelm them on the first call when you're setting them up, okay? Because a confused mind does nothing, okay? A confused mind does nothing, right? So you don't want to overwhelm them. The reason I'm going into major in-depth stuff, some of you might be like, man, this is a lot of information. A lot of you have been doing the business, right? So I'm laying it on you right now. Okay. And for those of you that are brand new, it takes time to learn this stuff. That's okay, but you can do it. Now, the 4th one is an iPet. Hey, I'm excited too, Jay. Let's get it. Exactly. 100%. I feel the same way. Let's go. Let's get fired up. Guys, the last one in iPet, the 4-step system, inviting, presenting, enrolling, is training. Okay. You've invited someone, you presented to them, you enrolled them, you set them up. Now you teach your new person how to invite, how to present, how to enroll, and then you teach your new person how to train their new person how to invite, how to present, how to enroll, how to teach their new person how to invite, how to present, how to enroll. Guys, it's a 4-step system you repeat over and over and over and over all the way down through your business. Imagine you have 10 people in your business that know this exact system, right? What does that mean for you? You don't have to hold their hand anymore. They're independent. Right? So that's why I'm trying to teach you guys this. I'm trying to teach you guys how to become independent, right? I'm sure a lot of you heard this, right? I want you to write this left to right. When you first join the business, you are dependent. Okay. Everyone is dependent, right? A baby. Then eventually you become independent. Okay. You go from dependent to independent. And then from independence, you eventually become dependable. Okay. Guys, I don't have an upline reaching out to me and making sure I'm doing the right things, making sure I'm on track, making sure XYZ ever, right? Some of you maybe do, but that's because I'm dependable, right? That's what they've learned over the course of time. So it's dependent to independent to dependable, all right? If you can learn all this stuff, you'll become dependable as long as you can do it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the daily goals, okay? That's iPet, okay? Our whole business is built off iPet. Okay. You teach people how to invite, present, enroll, and train. You train them how to teach their new person. Okay. Hopefully this is making sense to you guys so far. I'm going to go ahead and drop iPet in the chat. I wrote it out for you guys. Let's go ahead and put it in there real quick. This is our 4-step system that you want to learn. Okay. Now, kind of going over the next thing, we're going to talk about daily goals. Okay. We're going to talk about the daily goals, right? So guys, if you can do these daily goals every single day, you're going to win. Okay. If you can do, I just put them in the Wi-Fi money chat. I'm also putting them in the Telegram. Claims all the newbies on his taxes is dependent. All right. I just put the daily goals inside the chat. Okay. So if you're sitting there like, man, I'm fired up. I want to go win. I want to go build the business. Okay. Here's what you do every single day. Okay. You can get this stuff done in like 2-3 hours, like throughout the day. Okay. I like to do most of it right away in the morning. Okay, they say don't touch your phone right when you wake up. Sometimes I don't. But man, most times I pick up my phone and I'm just instantly hitting replies like crazy over and over and over every single morning, right? Sometimes that might mess with you because you'll wake up to a negative text message from a team member or a prospect or a family member. Like right when you got one eye open, you like don't even know what's going on. And you just boom, see something just like horrific right away in the morning. Something so negative. Okay. In the beginning, that's going to mess with you a lot. Over time, it's not going to bother you as much because you'll get used to it. All right. But yeah, trust me, guys. I wake up to text messages with just explosions going off sometimes, just bombs. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, but these are the daily goals that you want to do every day. Okay. Have you guys ever heard of I guess there's an easier way to explain it, but I'll do that on a different training. So it's 21 days to build a habit, right? On average. And it's 90 days to build a lifestyle. Okay. If you are someone who doesn't go to the gym, for an example, when you get back in the gym, it feels weird being in there, right? It feels weird being in there. You feel like everyone's looking at you. You're forcing yourself to go, right? But if you go for 21 days, now you're like, oh man, I've been going here. You're like, I'm used to this. Like I come every single day, right? But you're still making yourself go, right? It's a habit. If you go for 90 days, now it's a part of your lifestyle. You don't even have to think about going to the gym because the gym is part of who you are, right? It's the same thing with this business. Okay. Those daily goals right there. You're going to have to force yourself to do the daily goals the first 21 days and then keep going all the way to 90 days. And if you can successfully do it, guys, this business is second nature. I don't even have to look at the daily goals. I don't have to think about them because I know what they are and I do them constantly without even thinking about it. Like it's just second nature, it's the business. Like how your business runs, right? So you have to force yourself to do these. Number one, reach out to 10 new people a day about the business. Okay. Remember, it doesn't matter if they say no. It doesn't matter if they say yes. This is an action. Okay. This is called an income producing activity. Okay. Most people are like, why am I not making any money? I'm like, you're not doing any IPAs, income producing activities. Income producing activities are prospecting people, promoting to people, and presenting to people, the 3 Ps. Okay. So reach out to 10 new people a day about the business. Number 2, follow up with 10 old people about the business, right? Guys, if I didn't get followed up about the business, I wouldn't have joined and none of us would be here right now. Okay. Following up with 10 people is just as important as messaging 10 people. Okay. Don't be the person that's a one-hit wonder, messages everyone one time. Okay. You want to continue to message people until they say, no, I'm not interested, or they block you. I want you to keep following up with them. I swear to God, when I just said that, guys, that's what my mentor told me. You know how many people have me blocked? Huh. I don't know. So I was wondering if you did, but I have a lot of people that have me blocked. A ton of people, guys. Oh my God. People are like, stop messaging me. And I'm like, all you had to do was say no. Like, hey, it's all good, Message people and follow up with them, once a week, once a month, whatever. You have to keep track of these people on a list, by the way. Okay. If you hit Platinum Executive, we're going to build a funnel system for you. Okay. So anybody who's on Platinum Executive, we're going to build a Google Forms, Google tracking sheet. So we'll help you keep track of people. All right. But follow up with people until they say, no, I'm not interested, or they block you. All right. You got to get an answer out of them. Okay. Obviously, you don't have to be that weird. I was. Most people say if they haven't responded to you within 3 to 4 text messages or whatever calls, leave them alone because then you're just harassing them at that point. I just didn't care, but that's just me though. Okay. So I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but that's what I did. So message 10 new people a day. Number 1, follow up with 10 people a day. Number 3, post on social media 3 to 5 times a day on your story. Okay. I would try to post once a week on your actual Instagram post. That's what I would do. Obviously some of you might know I haven't posted in a while, but just go check the timeline, man. That's what I was doing. But post on your story 3 to 5 times a day. I remember, guys, when Kate Hansen was getting started, man, I'd hit him up every day. I'm like, where's the 3 to 5, buddy? 3 to 5. Where it at? Some of you are really good at it, but some of you, I'm like, man, dude, we got to be looking like we have motion on our stories, right? We got to be looking like we're busy. We're doing business meetings, all this stuff. Now, here's a tip of advice for social media. Don't just post trading. Okay. Because what happens to the way people look at your account? They look at your story as if it's an advertisement. Okay. So you post like one trading thing and then maybe one team thing every day. Promote leadership calls, right? This call today, you could have promoted this, right? Your whole network would have been like, who are all those people in the picture? And what the hell is a Super Saturday training? And they're teaching you how to build your online business. What does that even mean, right? You're driving interest. I say don't post trading constantly because I did that. I had trading. And one time I went to family Christmas and my aunt, all my cousins were like, oh, Josh, we were all sitting here the other day and we were all playing the game. Who can tap through your story the fastest? And I'm like, you guys don't even know that I'm going to make millions of dollars and I'm going to bless you guys, but all right, I'll let it slide or whatever. You just don't get it. It's okay. But it taught me something. I was like, man, if they think that, my own family, my own blood, I wonder what everyone else is thinking. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start posting the gym. I'm going to start posting going on walks, food, significant others, pets, positive affirmations, personal development, books I'm reading. I'm going to start posting vacations I'm on. I'm going to start posting sports I'm playing. I'm going to start posting, fishing. I'm going to start posting, hunting. You literally just post all things you're doing through your life. Okay. You don't have to make it that personal on social media, guys. You're just trying to, like, a story is literally a story about who you are. That's why they call them stories, right? It's your 24-hour story. What does a day in the life look like of you? Okay. So that's why you just post your daily routine, post the breakfast you make, post when you go to the gym, post, things that relate to other people. Because if you are a workout addict and someone in your network is too, but they don't want to trade, if you are able to work out and then you post trading and then you post, doing your daily life, guys, just because you work out, they might be attracted to your life because of the workout aspect. If you post personal development all the time, right, you might get someone interested because of personal development. Okay. So this is why I'm telling you, post multiple things, not just about the business, post other things too. Right. And you'll get better and better and better at it. Okay. So daily goals, number 4. This is very important, guys. Okay. We're about to switch it up here in a second. We're going to have guest speakers come up, and then I'm going to tell you guys the best trading products and services that you should use based off of your circumstance. Okay. Number 4 is personal development, 30 minutes a day. Okay, guys, listen, if you're using the same knife to cut down trees or the same axe to cut down trees over and over and over and over, eventually it's going to get dull, right? You have to sharpen the axe. Okay. The way to sharpen the axe so you can keep cutting down trees is to do 30 minutes of personal development every day. Okay. What kind of personal development do we want to be doing? The 4 skills: communication, leadership, mindset/belief, and network marketing. Every day, just 30 minutes. Okay. If you guys need people to listen to, reach out to your upline, reach out to the person who got you started, reach out to me, reach out to tons of leaders on the team. We got endless stuff that you can listen to sharpen your axe. Okay. But if you're not sharpening your axe, you're not learning how to get better. If you're inviting, but you're not doing personal development on communication, you're not doing personal development on network marketing, right? You're going to keep inviting the same way and wondering why you're getting the same result, right? You guys want a better batting average. You want a better inviting conversion rate. You got to study how to invite better and use what you learn as you're doing the inviting. Okay. It's called sharpening your axe. Every day, 30 minutes of personal development. It's called the 80-20 rule. Here's a good one. 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you want to do personal development. 20% of the time you want to listen to the same old music you listen to all the time. Okay. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, personal development, 20% of the time, the same music you listen to all the time. Guys, I love music. I love it a ton, but I knew I had to do personal development in order to get to where I wanted to go. So I followed the 80-20 rule. Some people call your car the mobile classroom, right? When you're in the car, turn on personal development. My favorite place to listen to personal development is at the gym, because you're literally exercising and building your body or whatever, and you're growing your brain at the same time. It's like a dopamine overload. You're like, whoop, it's crazy, right? Number 5, guys, this is important for the daily goals. For those of you that are going to go on a big run, right, for the business, use the products and services. You got to keep trading. You got to keep using the products and services. Guys, there's been times where I was building so hard that I didn't even trade for like a month or so, right? There's been times where I didn't build at all and all I was doing was trading, right? So your goal is to kind of have a balance between it, but you want to use the products and services every single day. Okay. Don't stop trading. It doesn't have to be on a live account. You can use a demo account if you want, but keep using the products and services, right? And we're going to talk about my favorite products and services here in a bit. Number 6, promote the most recent or upcoming iGenius or trading events on social media and in the Telegram. Okay. This call today, you could have posted that on your story, right? Any presentation calls we have, any in-person events, guys, a lot of in-person events are coming up. Post those on your social media, promote them. The people who make the most money in this business are the best promoters, right? You guys have probably seen Tippa's story, right? He's been promoting that restaurant, ha ha ha, right? Guys, he's driving in hundreds and hundreds of people to the restaurant because he's promoting the hell out of it. Right. So if you want to drive in tons of people to your business, if you want to make, action in motion, you got to be promoting. You got to be a promoter, right? You're promoting the events, you're promoting leadership calls, you're promoting company events, you're promoting, team trips, you're promoting stuff on social media and in the Telegram. Okay. I don't have to be the only one, right? And there's other people too in the call. We don't have to be the only ones that are promoting events. We don't have to be the only ones that are posting about a Minnesota, Wisconsin event. We don't have to be the only ones that are promoting the presentation that's happening, on a certain night. You can do it too. Okay, you can do it too. I want you to pretend like the Wi-Fi money chat is your group chat. Okay, I want you to pretend like it's your group chat. All right. I want you, in terms of that, to message in it every single day. I want you to message in the Wi-Fi money Telegram chat every single day something positive, something about something that's coming up, something about the company, something positive, right? I want you to message every single day in it. Why do I want you to do that, right? Some of you are probably like, well, Josh, none of them are my team and I haven't hit a certain amount of success. I don't feel like I should be talking in the chat. Guys, my mentor had a group chat of like 1 to 2,000 people. I got started. I have 5 people on my team. I told him I want to get to 10,000 a month. He goes, I want you to pretend like my group chat is yours. Right. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I want you to message in it every single day. And I'm like, what do you want me to say? And he's like, anything. He's like, I just want them to know your name when they see you in person at an event. Like, oh, you're Josh. I see you message in the chat every single day. Guys, if you message in the chat every single day and you have 2 people on your team, dude, people are going to meet you at an event and think you have 50 people on your team because of how consistent you are, right? Confidence rubs off on people. You know what I mean? You got to lead by example. And also, one day when you have a group chat of 500 to 1,000 people yourself, you're going to be used to speaking in a chat with that many people. Okay. Trust me, it's a lot easier to message in a Telegram with 500 people than it is to speak in front of a room of 500 people. Okay. Everybody here can do that. All right. Don't be, scared to do it. Just do it. All right. Every day messaging it, promote events, calls, everything. Right. Number 7, which is what I was just talking about. Message the team, Telegram group chats every day. Number 8 and 9. This is the money makers right here. All right. 1 and 2 and 8 and 9 are the money makers. Those are IPAs. All right. 8, set up and complete 3 to 5 presentations a day. Show 3 to 5 people the presentation every single day. Okay. 3 to 5 presentations a day keeps the job away. 3 to 5 presentations a day keeps the job away. All right. Every day you look at your calendar. If you look at your calendar right now and it's wide open, man, after, today, the rest of the Saturday, guys, just go invite and pack your calendar out. Pack your calendar out, man. Sometimes I look at my calendar, I'm like, man, this thing is looking light. And then I just do some phone work. I'm like, yo, man, do you want to hop on a call and talk about trading sometime? I'm like, yo, we should get on a call and talk about trading. You want to get on a call and talk about trading? I book times with them. And I get on a call, I learn how much they know, and then I'm like, here's what I know, and I give them a presentation. That's it. So simple, guys. Book your calendar out 3 to 5 a day. And then this is a goal for you guys. Sign up 1 new person every single day yourself. Now, do I do that every single day? No, of course not, right? But it's a goal that you set every day. Who can I get started today and change your life? Who's a new business partner that I can enroll into the business? Who's someone that I can start working with today and get them started, right? So every single day, right? Now, if you look at the bottom of those messages, guys, I got Eric Ory's audio attached to that. That teaches you how to build a business. And then I got Matt Morris's YouTube channel. Those 2 right there are what taught me the most about network marketing. It's those 2 right there. Okay. I'll go ahead and recopy it and drop it into the chat if you guys want to see it again. Okay, that's 2 links right there. Sorry, they didn't put a space in it. And it's in the Wi-Fi Money Telegram chat. Okay. So guys, couple things I'm going to do real quick before we're going to switch gears. I'm excited to do this. I just want to drop a couple stuff. One, if you want to learn how to go out and actually crush this business, okay, if you want to learn how to do it, I want you to study and watch the compensation plan video. Okay. Understand what our compensation plan is. How do you maximize your income earning potential through our compensation plan? Watch it. Take notes. Man, if I was like, dude, I'm going to go out and crush it in this business, but then I don't watch the compensation plan video, I would be playing myself, right? How are you going to go out and build a huge team and, make a ton of money, but you don't even know what the compensation plan is? Right. So that's why you guys want to watch it. Okay. I'll go ahead and drop. This is a longer version. If somebody wants to drop Anthony's updated version in the chat, that would be awesome. Okay. I'm going to drop a longer version. So I'm going to drop iGenius compensation plan video. Oops. Right there. Okay. And I'm going to put longer version, and then I'm guessing someone's going to drop the shorter version. All right, guys. Hey, everybody gaining some value on this call. Guys, we're 1 hour and 54 minutes in today. Okay. We're 1 hour and 54 minutes in today. Right. I wanted to do this call, guys, because this information I'm telling you it's the foundation. I'm just telling you foundation stuff, guys. I could get super in depth with spirituality and mindset and belief and like go for hours on that. I'm just telling you how to freaking build the business. You know what I mean? Because I want to get you guys paid. I want to make you guys money, right? I want us to win together. Guys, we go to Miami, Florida. We rent a mega yacht, right? Who was dropping that in the chat? Jay goes, yeah, Josh, you get the yacht. I'm like, awesome, bro. Like we can do those things, but we got to learn how to build this business like professionals. Okay. Our goal collectively as a team is to become the biggest and most professional team in the company. Okay. Guys, everyone in this call, you guys are studs. Seriously, every single one of you, like rock stars. You guys can all go do this. It's not hard. I'm telling you, man. Like I didn't know anything about the business, and that's why I'm going through this stuff, because once I found this out, it changed the game for me. It's just straight, it's a fact to me. It's not even an opinion that this stuff works, because I used it and it worked. So Marissa, I'm guessing that's the other one right there. That's what I was waiting for. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it. iGenius comp plan right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the Wi-Fi money chat. Station plan, short version. All right, got that in there, right? So I would highly recommend you guys watch that. And then the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is if you don't have the presentation yet, okay? If you don't have the Zoom presentation you can give, I just put it in the chat right there. iGenius presentation. Okay, I'm putting in the Wi-Fi money chat too. Okay, iGenius presentation slides right there. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've been learning a lot of stuff today. Your first goal of building the business is if obviously it's a free account for people, but it's to go after pro status. Okay. That's your first goal. Get to $1,000 a month, right? It's 30 people. $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year on top of what you make from trading, potentially on top of your job. You're making an extra $12,000 a year inside this business, right, guys? Does anybody know what the average network marketer in this industry? There's millions and millions and millions and millions of people in this industry. Do you know what the average network marketer makes on a monthly basis or a yearly basis? Does anybody know? Drop in the chat. Yep, it's 13K pro status. Anybody know what the average network marketer makes around the world? Ladies and gentlemen, someone drop it in the chat before we sit here for too long. 1,000 a month. Anybody else? 0. 500. How much a month? Close. About $150 to $200 a month. That's what the average network marketer makes, right? Now, what is that? That's basically like a free account. Okay, that's about $2,000 a year, $3,000 a year, right? 1850 a year, somewhere in that ball range, right? That's what the average network marketer around the world makes, not our company. I'm talking about all the network marketing companies. That's what the average representative makes. Okay. If you can get to pro status, 30 people in your business, guys, you're making 6 times more than the average network marketer that makes $2,000 a year. You're making $12,000 a year from your cell phone residually, right? So it's very, very cool. That's your first goal. Get the pro status. Here's how you're going to do it. I want you to sign up 6 people, and then I want you to help those 6 people sign up 4 people each. Help 6, get 4. I would use that for now on inside your guys' businesses. Help 6, get 4. Help 6, get 4. Help 6 people get started, and then help all 6 of them get 4 people. Okay. Let's say one of those people don't want to share the opportunity with anyone. Sign up another person, help them get 4. Okay. You got to help 6 people get 4 people. You can get all 30 yourself, but no one wants to do that, guys. This is a team business, right? Multiple levels of sales, right? You want to do it with people. Okay. So help 6 people get 4 people. You're at $12,000 a year. That should be everyone's first goal inside the business. And then your next goal is run to platinum ambassador. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and change gears right now. Hopefully everyone has been chilling, learning a lot of information. We went over a lot of stuff today, guys. This is the recorded call, man. You can watch this and re-listen to it. But I'm telling you, I just laid out the whole blueprint for you to create a duplicatable business, okay? Once you guys get to 30, plus people in your business, I'll get on calls with you even before then, but I'll get on calls with you and I'll show you how to take that now to hundreds, okay? But what I just taught you right now is enough information if you wrote it down to go out and start building your business. Okay. I provided you resources from other mentors, Matt Morris, Eric Worre, other people, right? That you can learn from as well. Okay. But I laid the foundation for you guys, right? I said, figure out your why. The journey takes time, setting expectations, how to get your free account, 48-hour rule, building the business, positive and abundant, right? Then we talked about the 4 skills that you got to study every single day. Hopefully you wrote those down: communication, leadership, mindset, belief, and network marketing. We talked about the 4-step system, IPET, right? Invite, present, enroll, train, teach a new person, invite, present, enroll, train. Then we talked about the daily goals. What do you got to just do every single day to win? If you're just not lazy and you want to win, just do the daily goals. And that's how you win. You know what I mean? If you, don't want to get out of bed, you could probably do the daily goals from your bed. But if you don't want to do anything throughout your day and you're lazy and you're not inspired, get inspired. Talk to people who are having success in the business. Ask them why they're doing this, right? Get close to them, okay? Get yourself inspired, get a better why. And then we talked about the rule 7, guys, and what your first goal in network marketing is go after the pro status rank of $1,000 a month, okay? So we're going to go ahead and switch gears. I think what we should do real quick is let's go ahead and let's have a quick 10-minute break. Okay, we're gonna do a 10-minute break right now, and then we're gonna have our guest speakers come up, and I got some really, really tough questions. All right, we got some good questions though that we're gonna ask them. Guys, these are some of the best leaders inside of the business right now that are absolutely crushing it. They're literally, running laps around most people inside this company, but it's because they dedicated themselves to learning the system and going all in. Okay, so let's take a quick 10-minute break. I'll play some music. I'll get a 10-minute stopper going. Walk around, get the blood flowing. I want you to reset your brain. Okay, reset your brain. Imagine you're coming back to a fresh call right now. Okay, go get some water, do some jumping jacks, chill out. We'll be back here in 10 minutes. Okay, let's go get it.
I'm on a new level. Brought me a new shovel. Put these in the dirt. Shame with the new bezel. I'ma put it work. I'm on a new level. 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 Brought me a new shovel. Put these in the dirt. Shame with the new bezel. I'ma put it work. Used to be sleeping on itchy beds. Bad bugs in the motel. Now you give me 20 in the hotel. On a Roman noodle diet. Told life wasn't so well. All my starting riots. Marsh pitting on your toenails. Uncle T doing so well. First class from a hotel. T-Ferg did 15. In the feds getting no mail. My daddy died and my cousin too. They ain't let him out of no cell. Provide jobs for my whole block. I could not slow down. I won't stop now. Motherfucker, this is my town. Take the block, make it hot now. 143rd with the drop down. Icy chain with the watch now. Gold piece full of rocks now. squint when they watch now. Leveling up to the top now. I'm on a new level. 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 Bought me a new shovel. Told his mama I'ma take her out of work. No.
There's nothing beneath it. Forgive me for staring. Forgive me for
We're getting
breathing.
close,
We
ladies!
might not know why, we might not know how, but baby, tonight we're beautiful now. We're beautiful now. We're beautiful now. We might not know why, we might not know how, but baby, tonight we're beautiful now. We'll light up the sky, we'll open the clouds, 'cause baby, tonight we're beautiful now. We're beautiful. why, we might not know how, but baby, tonight, we're beautiful now. We'll light up the sky, we'll open the clouds. Cause baby, tonight, we're beautiful now. We're beautiful. We're beautiful. Let's live tonight like fireflies, and one by one, light up the sky. We disappear and pass the crown. You're beautiful, you're beautiful. We're beautiful.
1 minute warning.
We're beautiful, we're beautiful now.
And in the photo.
We're beautiful.
Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Ay.
Oh shit, let's get fired up.
Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys.
Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Yeah. Girls, we run this mother. Who run the world? Girls. 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 Who run this mother? Who run this mother? Who run this mother? Who run this mother?
All right, y'all. It's time to get to it, man. I got a little groovy at the end there. That was crazy, right? Little battle of the genders right there. No, I'm just kidding. But guys, it is time for our guest speakers to lay out beautiful information for everyone on this call. Hopefully you had a nice 10-minute break. Cade Hansen on the call right now. Guys, he is busy as hell right now, taking time out of his day to be on this call and share information with you guys. So obviously a lot of us are busy on here, but I hope you guys got your notebooks out. They have some awesome questions that they're going to be going through, sharing a little bit about their experience and, you know, what they had to do to get to where they are, guys. So we'll go ahead and get it started. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight everyone's video on here. Let's get Marissa. Let's get Landon. I got to make him co-host real quick. Let's get Landon up here. Got Mr. Cade, and then Brandon Wildman. I don't know if he's back yet. I'm going to ask him to start his video and pin it, and he can get back here when he's ready, I guess. Oh, there's B-Dubs. Let's go. All right, guys, you can go ahead and unmute yourselves real quick. What up, what up, what up? How we doing?
What do you do?
What is up, guys? How we doing today? Hey, you guys falling asleep on that call? You're like, man, I've heard all this stuff 900 times, right? Guys, we'll go ahead and get into it though, because obviously we've been doing this call for a while. But hey, man, that's what a Super Saturday call is for. It's for like max jam value. Okay. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been taking notes so far, I don't even know why you're on the call. But second of all, how are we going to help the people tomorrow if we're forgetting about what we learned today? Okay. How are we going to help the people tomorrow if we're forgetting about what we learned today? Right. It is a statistical fact that you forget 90 to 95% of it, of what you hear on this call almost within 24 to 48 hours if you don't write it down. Pen to paper, not pencil, guys, pen to paper, specifically a blue pen. Okay, a blue pen to paper. Okay, blue does something to your brain. Won't get into that. All right, but guys, I was gonna have all you kind of go in an order, but I know Cade has to get out there. So, Cade, would you like me to just kind of hit you with all of them real quick?
Just hit me with all of them.
All right, I'm just gonna hit K guys, then he's gonna run out there. He's helping his family with the farm, so I know his dad's probably pissed, but let's get into it though. All right, the first question, ladies, let's go. All right, first question though, Cade, what has been the biggest learning curve slash piece of advice in terms of actually achieving your free account?
I would say the biggest thing I learned is, well, for one, for me, when I had my free account, I had a little bit of a pipeline, so it's a little different, maybe. But I would say being consistent and also learning to just trust the process. Like I remember the first couple of guys didn't hit right away, and I already had like a bad omen towards network marketing for my company before. So I was like a little annoyed, but then I was like, I focus on personal development because you got to realize you're all on your own. The hardest thing you're going to go through is really getting a free account because you have no one working with you. Like you're just you, yourself, and I. It's the hardest part of the business is getting the free account. And then now you have a couple guys that are working with you. And then hopefully one of those four you work with a little more. And then you get a couple more and then so on. Like now you have people working with you and you're keeping you accountable and you're keeping yourself accountable from them also. So that's what I would say.
Great, dude. Great answer, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys hear that, right? That was good. What's the time when you almost quit the business and what made you not do it slash kept you going till now?
I would say the time I almost quit the business, I'm pretty sure I mean, I guess I wouldn't say per se quit the business. Like, I never really like gotten that deep, but like I've definitely felt like wanting to quit. I mean, once in a while, I mean, you just get into a zone like where it's like this business is you're gonna be stressful. I'm dealing with a lot of different things like right now. Like I'm trying to do this. I had a call before this, and then I had to hop on this and hop off a call with a kid that I was trying to sign up because he's got to go 10 minutes go get his credit card or some shit. And then it's just like there's always shit going on. And then I work a full-time job with this too. And I would say the what kept me going though was personal development. Like I listen to an audiobook a week right now. I pretty much I'd say Napoleon Hill. I mean, you sent me a few. I think it's about a week. I'm averaging about an audiobook a week right now. And that's what I would say is start averaging an audiobook a week. And then Alex Morton mindset. I think every person should listen to that on here. Like he's probably the best like motivator that you could possibly have because he like talks about the psychology behind like how you feel. Like he's just real and raw with it. Like you got to realize like he might yell on the call a little bit or like when he talks, but like everything he says is so genuine. Like I would say he's like I've listened to I think it's episode 5 like it's got to be 50 times now. Like but like so when you're having like a bad day is the spam personal development and like what I used to do is I used to I always had one-on-one calls when I first started. So I Josh. So we sat on there, we figure it out, and then he put me on personal development. I became independent with just figuring the shit out that's going on in my head. So that's what I would say.
That's great, dude. 100%. All right. The third question is, what is your favorite part about learning how to trade so far? And then what's a piece of advice you have for people who are new trying to learn how to trade in the team?
I would say my favorite part about learning how to trade would definitely be um just going through the I would say actually when I first started was I mean seeing the value in it like when you start using a paper trading account like obviously it's not realistic right away but all of a sudden you just put you just put a lot size 4 in on Bitcoin USD and you just made like $5,000 in a morning, which is totally not what you should do. But like all of a sudden it puts a value. It's like holy shit, like this is legit and it's not illegal. Like it's like you can just print money with this shit, and it's like that's what I would say the biggest eye opener was for that. And then I would say, what piece of advice do you have for a new team member? I would say, for like anyone that's on my team or anybody else's team here would be patient with yourself and I would say just like trust the process. Like, like I know Tippa and Landon and Brandon and Marissa, they've been a part of doing this for a little longer than me, I believe, and they've had little better results than me so far. But you got to realize they put years into this. I mean, Landon Defoe is like absolute dog on the charts. That's what I've been hearing out there in Colorado. So it's like, I mean, you just be patient with yourself. Like, you know, I mean, I know Justin Weber he's been a unit too. Those are two heavy hitters I've been hearing. I know Brandon Wildman's always been out there too. But I would just say be patient with yourself and trust the process because it's not about like right now, it's about longevity. That's how I frame every single call I have with a prospect is explain longevity. Day trading is cool, but I would say, Trend Pro, Crypto Talk, those are cooler. Those are way cooler products to be a part of, like right away. Day trading's like, is it more of a longevity thing down the road to go make 10 grand in the morning? That's cool. But Crypto Talk is what's going to keep you alive in Trend Pro. So that's what I would say.
Amazing. Great answer. Last one, and then you can run back out there. If you had one piece of advice for people in this business right now to get to where you are currently at in terms of building the business, what would that one piece of advice be?
Um, I would say be consistent and be a doer. Like I think Tippa calls me Mr. Doer for a reason, because I mean I'm always doing something. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like it seems so little. Like I just gotta do at least do one thing. Even if it's a Sunday and it's like technically, Sundays are probably the slowest days. Some people maybe Sundays is your day. But for me, like I have church and stuff on Sundays, even though I have all those things going on, I make sure in the evening that I'm still like I don't really plug in the personal development, but like I check in with my whole entire team on Sundays usually, and I'm usually doing something for at least an hour or two. Sundays is my slowest day, but or else during the week, I mean, you got it. You should be firing on all cylinders, but like definitely learn to just be patient with yourself and stay consistent. That's really all you need to know, and you'll be just fine. Just don't quit. I have it here on my computer right now. I said, if I don't quit, I will win every battle that comes against me. So that's all you need. Like that's literally it, and you will absolutely crush this.
Amazing.
So that's all I got.
Those were awesome answers. Guys, drop some ones in the chat for Cade Hansen. He's got to get out of here, but amazing answers, man. I loved every single one of those. Man, I could guess some of the ones you're going to say. Consistency, 100%, man. You are consistent. I'll tell you that. So appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for coming to the call. If you get done and you want to hop back on the back half, feel free. But other than that, we will catch you later. All right, bro?
All right.
Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. Okay. Obviously, we heard some of these questions, but I know you guys have some phenomenal answers to them. What I would do is I sent you guys the questions. Go ahead and pull them up so you remember what they are during them. Let's go ahead. Just based off my screen, let's do Marissa, Brandon, Landon. Okay. So let's go to the first one. Marissa, what has been your biggest learning curve / piece of advice in terms of successfully achieving your free account?
Yeah, so that's a great question because basically, like when I got into this, I remember vividly telling you I absolutely did not care about getting a free account. Like that was like literally where I started. I had zero interest in it. I was like, yeah, I'm good paying the 175. But then I realized when I was like talking with everyday people and I was just going out about my life, like just having conversations with people, I was realizing how many people like actually were struggling financially and having genuine conversations already about how to get ahead in life in terms of like learning a skill that can change their life financially, learning how to make, manage, and save money. That was like the biggest switch for me in terms of getting my free account was I was already having those conversations. And now I had a resource and a tool that other people could use in order to benefit their life. And why wouldn't I share that with them if it was already something I was a part of? And so when I was doing that, I was just having those authentic conversations with everyone. And it was like the biggest shift for me.
Okay, that's awesome. Let's hit the next one. I like that answer. It's the realization aspect of it. That's really cool. So the next one is Brandon. Let's go for you. Actually, we're gonna go in an order. So for you, man, what's a time, or excuse me, what has been the biggest learning curve / piece of advice in terms of achieving your free account?
I think number one would be like you said on the call, like sometimes you have to go through like 50 no's to get one yes. And it's like kind of like how Cade said it. Like once you get like those 4 people, it almost becomes easier because then it builds your confidence to like actually go out and build a team. So like I tell people like just get your 4, but realistically, like subconsciously, like once people get their 4, then that gives them the confidence to actually go build a team. Because they're like, well, if I can get 4, I can get 40. So I think one of the biggest learning curves was just to like stay consistent and just like know that like we're here to change people's lives. Like I was thinking about it yesterday and it's like I honestly don't care if I get a million no's, because if I get one yes, I know I can change that person's life. So I think
Yeah, that's an amazing answer, man. 100%. All right, Landon, let's hit it, man. What has been the biggest learning curve / piece of advice for you in terms of getting your free account?
So whenever I first ever started, I'm gonna be honest. I used to sell illegal things, so people did not believe in me, guys. So everybody talked shit about me. Everybody thought I was gonna scam them or literally rob them. I don't know, but so I had that. So if you didn't have that, you have no excuses. I didn't have any excuses. I just knew that if 4, 10, 20, 100 people told me no, I didn't really want the things that I said I wanted. Like I also learned this in high school because, I was just one of those people that didn't really talk to people. I couldn't let someone else's opinion really just, stop me from trying to do what I'm trying to do. Right. So I was just hitting up people that I didn't really think that would do this, because those are the people that I actually wouldn't. The people that I thought would, some of them did, but some didn't. And I actually learned this from one of my mentors. Josh knows. Some will, some won't. So what? There is literally millions of people out there, and I just have to keep implementing that into my brain. And every time I got a no, I was like, ooh, that's nice. All right, next.
One crossed off the list. Exactly.
Literally.
I heard it. Tell me yes, but tell me no, but tell me quick because I gotta go. Right.
Gotta go, baby.
All right, Marissa, next question. What is a time where you almost quit the business and what made you not do it / what kept you going till now?
Yeah, so there was quite a few times where I just realized that this was something so new, so uncharted territory. Like I had no idea what I was doing. And I was like, how do I even put in a lot size? How do I even mark things up on TradingView? I had no idea what I was doing. So there are so many barriers, especially in the beginning, where I felt like I wanted to quit because I just didn't understand what I was doing. And the biggest thing for me was like getting plugged into like people who had done it before, asking the questions, staying around the fire, but also just seeing like why were the reasons why I got into this. Like I had such high income goals, and I knew that if I had those high income goals, I was going to have to go through some shit in order to get to where I needed to be. And in the beginning, just even learning how to mark up on TradingView, like if the version of me that's making that much money a month can't even mark up on TradingView, then I definitely will not have the money. So let's go and figure it out. And just being an ever learning student of this game, whether it's business, whether it's trading, it's like always understanding that you're always going to learn something new no matter what stage in the journey you're at, but going around and asking the questions to the people who have done it before you and getting that advice so you can hit those goals that the people before you had quicker than they did. And so yeah, that's my biggest piece.
Closed mouths don't get fed, right? You got stuck and you started asking questions. Right? I'm going to figure this shit out. That's good. I like that. All right, Mr. Wildman, what is a time where you almost quit the business and what made you not do it / kept you going?
so. Landon went through this too. So me and Landon built a team. I think it was around like 300 people in our last company, and literally everybody quit on us, like everyone. And like we were on a call. It was me, Landon, and Jake, and we were literally like, "What do we do? Like, do we just quit?" And then like we were talking, and we were just like, "Okay, but we got this far, and we did it once, so why not just do it again? Like maybe we just need better mentorship. Like maybe we need to tweak some things." And then we just went back to the drawing board, and literally like within a few months we started building it back up. but it was so hard. Like I was literally like just sitting there like I like just I didn't know what to do. But it's like it helps when you like have that's why mentorship is so important because like a lot of the mentors, every mentor that you have in this business, they've already gone through that. So like anytime you feel like quitting, I challenge you guys to call them and be like, "Yo, I feel like quitting." And we'll talk you through it cuz we've all been there.
Yeah, that's amazing, right? It's you always want to vent up, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
struggling, vent up to your upline, to your mentors. Don't vent to your team about it, right? And poison your team. Vent up, man. That's amazing, man. I'm glad you stuck through it, man, because great things are coming. Landon, how about you, man? What's the time where you almost quit, but what made you not do it and kept you going till now?
Oh man, you actually know about this one, and you kind of like showed me the way. Last summer, I remember after one of my companies, I was just like, man, I'm just gonna build this by myself, man. I'm sick and tired of, not relying on other people, but just like dealing with people that don't know what they're doing, this, and that. So I started my own thing with Stripe, and I made my own course, everything, because I'm a pretty good trader, I would say. And you know, I just realized, what you said, especially, with a bunch of different like business issues, stuff like that. But realistically, I realized I was not going to be able to impact as many lives as I possibly actually wanted to, just by myself. And with how am I going to, just how everything works. I just knew it was going to work by myself. I needed a pack, an army to be able to go and impact the amount of lives I'm going to. I can impact some lives, but if I can do it with some other people, it'll be dope. And um, how did I kept going till now? I mean, it's just my why. I have a son. I have a beautiful girlfriend, and when I was younger, I didn't really have much, so I just kept stop. I just had to realize to stop thinking about myself so much and start thinking about other people, and also, having a son that gives me purpose. But also, like I said, I wanted to go and change people's lives, and I realized that having a network marketing business like this literally gives us all the tools and everything. We just go and show it. It's literally so simple. It's almost like if you start your own thing, why would you do that? Why? Like, I'm sure we can all go do that, but why would we do that when it's all set up for us and like, we can go impact millions of lives together? So it was just like the mindset of helping people and having that as a purpose.
Dude, amazing answer, man. I love that. And I'm super proud of all of you for sticking it out till now. And also other people on the call, man. I know everyone on the call has probably wanted to quit at some point. Maybe not if you're brand new, but I'm proud of everyone for pushing through the trials and tribulations, man, because I've had them too. So let's hit the third question. All right. Marissa, what is your favorite part about learning how to trade so far? And what's a piece of advice you have for the new people that are learning how to trade?
Yeah, so trading honestly has been such a cool journey. There's such ups and such downs, but to see like the way that you're able to control what you do based on up leveling your mind, but also up leveling your skill set, like financial literacy and trading, investing, that is a skill that not a lot of people get to learn. And it's really cool to be able to be a part of a platform that teaches you how to do it. And when you can see how you can manage your money, like no matter if you have a little bit of money coming in or a lot of bit of money coming in, you can learn a skill on where to place it and how to get it to grow for you so you can start creating bigger wealth. And so basically, like my favorite part of this is just seeing how much more is actually possible. Like, did I ever think I would see six figures in an account that I could manage within 1 year of starting trading? Absolutely not. I thought that was ridiculous, that there was no way possible that I would have like literally see 125K just sitting there. Like that's real. Like that's actual money that I can leverage to make money with. But then you can also see like these educators we're learning from, they're multimillionaire like portfolio managers. Like they are trading like lots of money right in front of us and showing us exactly how we can do it. And basically, the biggest piece of advice is like, don't rush learning the skill set that has the potential to change the trajectory of your life, but also the trajectory of your generations to come. Like, if you are family oriented and you are having a family and you just think about your kids, like, think about it in terms of generations. Just because you went first and you learned the skill and you can teach that to other people and you can start having things work for you, that means that you are creating ripples within your like generation that you can literally just show people the way, all because you went and did it first, but it will take time.
Awesome answer. That was super cool. Sheesh. All right, B-dubs, what is your favorite part about learning how to trade so far? And what's a piece of advice you have for new people learning how to trade?
I think my favorite part is who it's how it's developing me as a person. So like if you're and this they talk about it in Trading in the Zone, um, and then a couple other books, but basically it's like if you're greedy, you're going to blow accounts because you're focusing on like trying to get rich overnight rather than focusing on the discipline to actually attain wealth and keep it. And like if you're like the type of person that, tries to cut corners or tries to do things the easy way, you're going to get swiped in trading because it's like it takes so much patience and discipline to trade large amounts of money that if you don't learn that as a person, it's going to reflect in your trading accounts. So I think that's the biggest lesson. I had to like look internally and be like, who am I as a person? And how do I want to be, how do I want to influence people and guide people during this process as, while I'm learning, because it's a reflection of yourself. So I think that's why we talk so much on self-development. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just fugazi or that stuff doesn't work. But like, manifesting stuff and like visualizing things, meditation, all that stuff has helped my trading tremendously. So I think that's a big thing. And then what was the second one?
Just a piece of advice you have for new people learning how to trade.
The piece of advice is keep doing self-development and just staying disciplined. Like if you blow an account, don't get emotional about it. Like it's happened to all of us. And like, it's like it does suck. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, just get over it. Like I know, but just take some time off to reflect and study what you did wrong and what you could do better. And then when you're in the right state of mind, go back at it and go get it again.
Yeah, I like that, man. I mean, even Corey like was doing amazing, and then all of a sudden he was doing terrible. He said this on stage. He went back to a paper trading account for like 6 to 9 months, and he said it was extremely humbling, but he needed it. I also like what he said, man. I mean, like if you can't manage a small account, there's no way you're going to be able to manage a big account too. That was just the way I kind of interpreted it. But all right, Landon, how about you, man? What is your favorite part about learning how to trade so far, and what's a piece of advice you have for new traders on the team?
Well, first of all, to be very transparent, before I even started, I didn't know what a stock was. So there's that. And my favorite part about doing it is that not everybody does it, man. Like there's this part of the song it's called Am I Wrong? Where he's talking about like how everybody does what they do, but I do it because not everybody does it. And it's just like a really dope thing, where I can say, all right, not everybody does this, and it's not easy, it's not hard, it's just simple. And that's what I'm going to get into with the advice and the piece of advice. People, myself, I'm sure all of us, we all just overcomplicate it, man. Like the last 3 to 4 months of trading for me, just because I went through a little bit of mental things, so I got over it and it taught me a lot. But I just learned to just stop overcomplicating things, man. Like it's really just us. And if you just stop overcomplicating it, man, stop trying to chase it, it's just going to come to you. Like literally, if you chase it, it's just going to take longer. And if you just work for it and just not worry about the money, look at it percentage wise, it's going to come quicker. You know how we say, okay, success loves speed. Yeah, in a business term. But when it comes down to trading, don't rush it. You're literally just going to keep pushing yourself off. And like I said, the last few months, I actually, I stuck with one strategy, super simple, not overcomplicating it. And Maddie even sees every morning. She's like, yeah, you be smacking. I see you out here. So yeah, just don't overcomplicate it, guys. It's not easy. It's not hard. It's just simple. Just make it simple for yourself.
Amazing answers, guys. Those are all awesome, and you all have been crushing it. So I definitely like believe in that advice too for everyone. All right, Marissa, last question. If you had one piece of advice for everyone to currently get to where you are in the business, what would it be?
Yeah, so my biggest piece of advice would be to get super real with yourself. Meaning, where did you come from? What were the reasons why you joined? Who were you? What was the version of you that joined? What were the reasons why you wanted to get into this? And go out and find out who are the type of people you want to work with. Do you want to inspire people? What's the type of impact that you want to make? Do you want to work with like 20 people? Do you want to work with 500 people? Like, what type of impact do you want to make? Like, do you want to leave a legacy for yourself? And who are those people that you actually want to work with? Like, the way I relate it is like, I am most qualified to help the past versions of myself. So when I say get real with yourself, I'm meaning like, be super real. Like, were you depressed? What were you struggling with? Like, how can you make yourself relatable to other people so that you can help bring them up to your level as you keep moving up? And when you're going into business, it's not just about making sales, it's about literally helping other people get to the next level. Because like I could rip sales all day long. If I really wanted to, I could go out and that's what I would do. But when I started realizing that the legacy and impact was so much greater in helping other people, that was what inspired me to take this so much more seriously, because I could see how much more of a serious impact this can have on other people's lives. And if I'm being completely honest, like I have roadmapped out a way for me to help 10,000 people in the next year. But I would have never been able to do that unless I got really real with myself, where I was at, what I was struggling with, and became a student to the game of business and a student to getting to know other people and forming those connections and relationships and seeing this as a long-term play, not just a overnight make sales. So yeah, that was kind of what got me to where I'm at now. But it's only the beginning, man. It's only
Hey,
the
that's
beginning.
why you're gonna be walking stage, boss. Let's go. All right, Brandon. Big B Dubs. If you have one piece of advice for new people on the team to get where you're currently at in the business, what would it be?
I think it's just literally like sometimes like you know how we talk about like packing your calendar. So like that's super important is like having a packed calendar. But I think also is like a lot of people when they're first starting out, people preach on like having balance. And I'm gonna tell you right now that when you're all in, there is no balance. Like you're working out when you can work out. You're working when you can work. Like you're sleeping when you can sleep. Like there was times where I'd be up till 3 in the morning launching people. And that time is coming again because we're picking up so much of momentum. So I would say that if you guys really want to do this, you can like literally kick balance out the window. But the great thing about it is when you do that, it's going to give you more results than most people will ever get in life because they're not willing to do those things. They're not willing to stay up late. They're not willing to, you know, pour into people and teach people and coach people. They're not willing to pack their calendar out. They're not willing to do 3 to 5 Zoom calls a day. But like, if you really want to build a multi-million-dollar business, like that's what it takes.
Dude, awesome answer, bro. I completely agree with you. There really isn't a balance when you get started at all, man. You're on go mode. So that was a
Yeah.
great answer. All right, Landon, let's hear it, buddy. What if you have one piece of advice for people in the business to get where you're currently at, what would it be?
You know, can I just say whatever?
I mean, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You guys cannot give a fuck about what anybody says. Like, I'm gonna be honest. My mom does not like me doing this, and she doesn't want my brother to do it because she's seen that I changed my life, and I don't live at home anymore in Wisconsin. Nothing wrong with Wisconsin, but I just need to get out of my comfort zone, right? And my family doesn't believe it. I could show them all the money. It will not matter. I'm sure Josh can relate to that. I'm sure he's told stories about that. You cannot care. I always preach about it. You just cannot care what somebody else is going to say because, doing good, bad, no, that's me. Like I could do something good, somebody will still complain. I do something bad, somebody will still complain. I'm like, I'm just gonna do what I want. You know what I mean? And also there's going to be times where you literally do not want to do it, but I'm telling you, if you want to be able to build a mindset of like resilience, like it's good to do it when you want to, of course, but when you don't want to, I'm telling you right now, like I came back from Orlando, I did not want to go back to the gym for whatever reason. I'm like, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. I do not want to go, so I have to go because it's gonna build something in this right here that it just like will unlock something. I'm telling you. I felt so good in the gym last night. I was like doing my workouts and I felt stronger too. Like your mindset is everything. So you're gonna feel stronger literally if you're doing things that are gonna make you stronger. I mean, it's common sense, guys. It's really not that hard to get to where we're at. It's just doing the same thing every single day. So if you want to make that hard for you, I guess that's hard, but you set your own limitations. That's the last thing I'll say. You set your own limits in this place right here, baby. This is home, baby. Let's go! Woo!
Hey guys, that was amazing, man. You know, obviously I wish Kay could have gone through the four things of that, but you guys all had awesome answers, man. Landon, I mean, some of the things you just made me think about, man, is like in the end of the day, like this is for everyone. It's you against the world, you know, like when your head hits the pillow at night, you're the only one paying your bills. You know what I mean? Like those people that aren't joining, those people that are talking smack, they're not going to pay your bills. So why do you care what they say? They're not going to help you, right? Someone says, no, that's stupid. It's like, okay, well, what do you have for me? Nothing. They got nothing for you, right? And another thing that made me think of is like, I heard this from my mentor. I know you guys have heard this. I don't know about Marissa, but if you buy someone's opinion, you buy their lifestyle. So if you agree with someone's opinion about something that you're doing or should be doing, if you listen to their opinion, you're buying their lifestyle, right? So if you have parents or friends and they're telling you don't do the business or don't do that or you should do this, right? If they don't have the results you want, don't buy their opinion, right? You don't got to be rude, like, no, that's wrong. You can just not buy it. Just don't listen to it. Don't agree to it, right? Because you look at the people that are giving you advice, and if they don't have what you want, do not buy it. Okay, that's it. Look at your parents, everyone on the call. Look at your best friends. Do they have the exact design lifestyle you want? If they don't, then you probably shouldn't take advice from that person, right? I heard Alex Morton on a call one time. He's like, you want to be a millionaire, right, guys? To a room full of people. He goes, you probably shouldn't take advice on how to become a millionaire from your friend's dad working at a bank making 50 grand a year. He's like, that wouldn't make sense. He makes 50 grand a year, right? You got to take advice from people to have the life you want. So, Landy, you made me think that. And another one too is like, in the beginning, guys, you have to say no to the good. So later on, you can say yes to the best, right? You have to say no to all the short-term good stuff like friends, family functions, you know, going out, all this stuff. You have to say no to that stuff. So later on, you can say yes to the best stuff, right? Getting yachts in Miami, getting Airbnbs all over the entire country and the world, tatting your passport up with stamps all over the entire planet, right? Getting experiences, but you have to say no to the good stuff right now. Sacrifice 3 to 5 years so you can say yes to the best stuff later on. So I appreciate you guys for coming on. I know you guys have so much game, so much knowledge you can spit. It's unbelievable the amount of information that you can give to this entire call. What we're gonna do though is I'm gonna go ahead and do a little chart training, not a chart training, but long-term, short-term investing. But on Tuesday, we have a special call. Two of the female leaders on the team are going to crush that thing. They're both on this call right now, and I look forward to that. Okay, guys? So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the call up with some of the stuff, but thank you guys so much for sharing. I'm excited to watch you guys walk stage. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and remove you guys' spotlight. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to talk about right now, okay? What we're going to talk about right now is very, very important. Products and services, okay? And I want you to really listen to this. I'll try to make this short and sweet, guys, but I want you to really listen to this because when people get started, you have to know the products and services so you can give them what they should be using right away. Give me 1 second. I'm going to actually be drawing for you guys a little bit, right? Drawing is going to get interesting. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to pull up in a sheet real quick. I'm going to break down the basic fundamentals of investing. Okay. Now I'm going to give a couple disclaimers before this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and pull up in a sheet real quick. Just give me 1 second. tool. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this doesn't look too bad, but I will give it my best, okay? Oh man, you guys look at this. I'll share my screen. I did a training with Cade Hansen one time. This is the last thing that was on the screen. Holy cow, look at this. That doesn't make sense. It was an intense training. We got into it, all right? I was scribbling on the screen. Let me get a fresh page, okay? Let's get a fresh page going, okay? So listen, guys, in terms of investing, before I get into it, I want to put some disclaimers out. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I don't have any of my financial licenses. I'm not giving you financial advice. Anything you hear today, this is, my own experience, stuff that I do. You need to do your own research and contact a professional licensed financial advisor to get proper education, okay? I'm just telling you guys what I've learned. You do not have to use any of this or do any of this, okay? I'm just telling you what I've picked up along the years. It could be completely wrong, okay? But this is me giving you guys, a little bit of disclaimer, right? Because, this is not professional license advice. This is just my opinion on it, okay? Let's get started though, all right? So, and the reason I'm saying that is because it's going on YouTube. That's why. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab a text tool. Now, the first thing you want to know about trading and investing, guys, is there is long-term. And I wonder if I can duplicate this thing. Let's see. I'll just grab another text tool. And oop, there it was. All right. And there is short term. Okay. Long term and short term investing. All right. Let's click this. Let's move over here. And this is the stuff you should write down, guys. Okay. You should write this stuff down. This is very important. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of math real quick. Okay. And then I'm going to delete it. All right. So let's say, for an example, I'm going to get this drawing tool out. Let's say for an example, okay, this is just an example. I want you to plug the number in that is accurate for you. Okay, so let's say your income, right? Let's say your income on a monthly basis, okay? Monthly, all right? Look at this little mouse drawing, right? It's clean, I like it. Your income on a monthly basis, let's say hypothetically, okay, it is $4,000 a month. Let's say mine is $4,000 a month. I'll just keep using me for an example to try to stay compliant. But let's say I make $4,000 a month in income. Okay. Whatever that is for you, just plug that number in because it all works. Okay. It could be $1,000 a month. It could be 10K a month, whatever you want. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you want to understand, or what I do, what I do is learning how to divide your income properly. Are dividing income properly, right? Now, one of the first things is, for an example, I'm going to go ahead and actually pull this open so I can lay it out to you guys properly, but let's go to here and we're typing 15%. Okay. So here's an example, guys, okay? Of the money that comes in every month, okay? In your bank accounts, you can actually make multiple savings accounts in your bank account. Okay, you can make multiple savings accounts. All right. And this is so you can divide your money up and properly deploy it to the things you want to deploy it to. Okay. What I'm about to show you guys is what I do. Okay. You can divide it up and do it however you want to do it. All right. But for an example, as a business owner, let's say hypothetically 25% goes to taxes. Okay. So you take a quarter of the money you make and you throw it in one of the savings accounts. It's not your money. That is Uncle Sam's money, right? So quarter of the money you make, right? Give or take, it could be higher or lower. Then you want to take 25% and you also want to have that be the maximum amount that you do for living expenses. Okay. So if you're making $4,000 a month, for an example, a quarter of that is 1,000. So let's say $1,000 a month goes to living expenses. Well, that is including groceries, gas, your necessities, living expenses, your rent, right? Your phone bill. That all has to fall in within that 25% category. A lot of my mentors of mine had said, if you are living over 25% of living expenses, you're living above your means. Okay. And a lot of people try to live below their means. A lot of people live way above their means. That's really the ballpark area that I've learned, right? Again, you can do it however you want. You could do 50%, you could do 100%, whatever you want. Okay. 25% to living expenses, personal spending. Oh, let me do the percentage first. Personal spending, 10%, right? 10% is personal spending. Is personal spending. So you can make that whatever you want. It could be 20%. You guys can do the percentages how you want. Okay. Taxes, I maybe wouldn't change that one, but that's up to you still. Again, it's not advice, but you could do 10%, 20% personal spending. So whatever you make, that's your money. You can blow it on, you know, for all of you that smoke e-cigs, that's your e-cig money, right? If you want to go to movies, if you want to, you know, go golfing, haha, if you want to go do whatever recreational, fun, random stuff, you get to spend that money how you want. Okay. The next thing would be investing. Okay. This is actually investing, like getting into the markets or, you know, different types of investing. This is your investing money, which I would say for me is 15%. I'm going to put the percentage first. So 15% goes to investing, right? And that's what we're going to focus on is that one right there. Let's do 15%. Or honestly, yeah, 15% is for business reinvesting. Okay. 15% of the money you make goes back into your network marketing business. It goes back into whatever business you're running, right? You're running promos for your team. Hey guys, whoever can get the most people to the local event gets a cash prize. Hey, someone gets a funded account, you know, whoever gets the most people, right? You're reinvesting into your business. Okay. If you don't reinvest into your business, it's going to be really hard to get to the high levels inside of, you know, the business you're in. Okay. You got to reinvest into your business. Not all the money you're making is yours. You have to deploy it properly, right? So 15% back into the business. And then right here, guys, this is up to you if you want to do it. This could be donations / giveaways. Okay. Giveaways, right? You know, people ask to borrow money. You know, maybe your siblings, if you want to donate money to charity, this is up to you. You guys don't even have to do this section. Just understand donations. You know, I'm not an accountant or a CPA, so get your own advice, but donations are usually tax deductible. I deduct donations on my taxes every single year. Anytime you donate Goodwill or any of that stuff, it's a taxable deduction on your personal, you know, taxes, right? And again, this could be completely wrong. Consult a professional CPA or tax accountant, right? So do you guys see what I wrote out here? You guys see this right here? Okay. What we're going to focus on is, and guys, the reason I'm talking about this is because I want the team to get wealthy. I don't just want a bunch of people making a bunch of money. And in my first company, when you made a bunch of money, it was taught to go out and spend it. So we made a bunch of money and we go out and spend it, right? This company is super awesome because they teach you how to make, manage, and save it. They teach you how to make, manage, and save it. Okay. So that's why I'm showing you this, guys. I want us to become, you know, very wealthy, right? I want to help people make, you know, 6 figures, retain 6 figures, multi 6 figures, 7 figures. Like I want to help us get to that. So that's why I'm going over this. But again, you can do this exactly how you want to do it. This is just how I do it, right? Now let's focus on the investing aspect of it. Okay. This is what we're going to focus on. I don't know how to highlight that, but that's what I was going to do. Let me undo that. So we're going to focus on the investing aspect. Okay. The 15%. Okay. I'm going to delete this. I don't know if I can. Yep. Delete that. Nope. Nice. Boom. All right. So let's say 15% goes to investing, hypothetically. Okay. Now you guys, like for this example, right? This is just hypothetical. Let's say $4,000 a month in income. Well, what do you do in order to find out how much you can invest? You take 4,000 times 0.15. Okay. 4,000 times 0.15. All right. Does anybody know the answer to that? 4,000 times 0.15. It is $600 a month. $600 a month for investing. Okay. $600 a month for investing. Okay. I'm going to go check the chat. I haven't been reading it at all just to make sure something. Okay, cool. So hopefully you guys are following along so far, right? You got 15% that you're going to invest of your income, $4,000 a month, let's say you make. So you're going to do 15% of it. So you're working with $600 a month, about $150 a week. Okay. Because everybody usually gets paid weekly or bi-weekly, right? Here it's weekly. Okay. If you're trading, it could be daily, but $600 a month for investing, right? So now what do we do with this $600? What do we do with that $600? We got to learn how to diversify. Okay. Everybody say diversify, diversify, right? Diversify. Okay. For those of you that are taking your 15% and dumping it all in meme coins, you're not diversifying. Okay. You can do degenerate trading. That's cool, but you got to learn how to properly diversify your percentage of investing. Okay. So guys, this is training I do on Saturdays. It's very, very powerful. All right. So long-term investing. All right. Long-term investing. Why is long-term investing so important? Long-term investing is when it's over 1 year. Okay. And short-term investing is when it's less than a year. Okay. Long-term investing is over a year. Short-term investing is under a year. Okay. Now, why does that matter? Okay. Why does that matter? Taxes, guys, taxes. Okay. And also success. Let's say risk management, right? So that's why this matters. Okay. That's why this stuff matters right here. Why I'm talking about this is because that's what we're going to be going over. Now, what is it called when you hold a trade, hold a position, own a stock, hold something for over a year? That right there is called a long-term capital gains tax. Okay, again, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant, guys. I'm just telling you what I know and what I use myself. Okay, get your own advice from a professional. Okay, this is called long-term capital gains tax. Okay, right here, this is called short-term capital gains tax. Guess which one has more tax? Which one taxes you more? What does the government tax you more on? Someone put it in the chat. Long-term or short-term? Short-term, exactly. Marissa goes, pump it up. So short-term capital gains tax has a higher tax, guys. Okay. Listen, the reason you want to learn this stuff is because if you want to be able to learn the rules, understand taxes, create long-term wealth, you got to know this stuff. Okay. And it's not impossible to learn. I knew at 7th grade, I knew what taxes were. I didn't know how they worked. I sat my parents down in the kitchen. I'm like, tell me everything you know about taxes. And my parents are like, dude, go play outside, you little weirdo. And I'm like, buddy, I'm going to be rich. I was like, you got to tell me. So this is important to learn. Okay. Now I'm going to go, I wonder if I could zoom out on the page. I don't know if I could do that. Let's see if I can. Whatever. Okay. So these percentages could be completely incorrect. Okay. Let's say long-term capital gains tax is around 20%. So the profit you make is 20%, 15 to 20. These are complete ballpark numbers. And let's say right here, it is 30 to 40%. Okay. Do you guys see the tax difference between these? That's why the government basically, gives bonuses and benefits to people who hold their investments, right? So if you hold a trade for over a year and then take profit on it, you're paying long-term capital gains tax on the profit you make, right? If you buy and sell a trade in under a year, you're paying short-term capital gains tax. Okay. Now we're going to get into this a little bit more. Okay. We're going to get deeper with it. All right. So now hopefully you guys are writing this down. Hopefully you understand this. I usually only teach this to the leaders. I teach it to people that I'm like, I want to take my time out of my day to teach this to. Okay. Right now, this call is open to anyone. So hopefully you're writing this down. Again, put the numbers how you want them to be. I don't know if they're correct. This is just what I do. So what I want to do right now is you are brand new in the company, let's say. We have lots of different products and services, okay? There's long-term investing products and services. There's short-term investing products and services, right? Lots of different educators that teach different styles of trading. I want you guys to list off what are all of the different long-term investing that we can do here, okay? Put them in the chat. I want you guys to list them off, okay? Josh held board meetings with his stuffed animals. Oh my God. Wow. John, we do not do Roth IRAs here. That's like professional financial advisors. What are the different types of things we can invest in that can be long-term investing? I'll start us off. Stocks. Okay. What else? What else can you buy and hold that can be considered long-term investing? Futures is a style of trading. If you hold a futures trade for over a year, then yes, it is considered long-term capital gains tax. But this is more so for day trading, but I'll put it on there. Crypto. Yep. If you buy crypto and own it for over a year, you can have long-term capital gains tax, right? What else? Anybody else? Come on. What are all the different types of what else can we buy out there? ETFs, exchange traded funds. Yes, exactly. Slash index funds, right? Like the S&P 500. NFTs. I'm not sure because that's not necessarily it's not necessarily a financial market. So I don't know if that one classifies for it. It's just profit is profit. What else can you guys get, right? What are the 3 things Robert Kiyosaki says to invest in if you want long-term wealth? Anybody know the 3 things Robert Kiyosaki says to buy if you want long-term wealth, right? This is not me saying it. Okay, real estate land. We're talking about the market though, more so like we're close. You're getting there. Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is crypto, so we already got that on there. Gold and silver, aka commodities. Okay, commodities, right? If you buy, let's say a stock that trades gold or a stock company that buys gold, you're holding it, you're investing into these commodities. Okay, so right there we have a good amount on the paper. Let me think if there's any other ones that I want to throw on there real quick. Yeah, I mean, just equities in general. We're more so talking about the markets, though. That's what we're more so talking about for this call, guys. Land and real estate. I've never gotten either one of those, so I can't tell you much about those. But equities, right? So those are long-term investments, guys, right? You can go on Robinhood and you can go ahead and buy, you know, the S&P 500, you can buy, Nvidia stock, you can buy Tesla stock, all those count if you hold them over a year. Okay. Now, what about short-term trading? Okay. What about short-term investing? What are all the things we can trade under a year, even in 5 minutes, right? Crypto, stocks, yep, equities, you can day trade stocks. You can do ETFs and also index funds. See, it's very similar, right? Forex. Yep, Forex should be another one too. Forex, gold, silver. You can also do that stuff as well, right? Commodities. You can also do that stuff as well. Okay. Now, what the reason I'm bringing this up, okay? It all has to do with what you do with the 600 bucks. Okay. What do you do with the 600 bucks? You see long-term investing, you see short-term investing. You see that long-term investing obviously has, less taxes. Short-term investing has more. However, you can make more money theoretically with short-term investing. That's why people love day trading. It's the hardest type of investing to learn, but you can have the highest returns usually. But what do you do with the $600 a month based off your income, the 15% you're investing, right? You have to learn how to divide it between these two. So what I do personally, you can do it however you want, is I take 70% of investing money and I put that over in the long-term investing category. So of my $600, okay, of my 600 bucks, hypothetically, I'm taking $420, $420. Okay. That is going into long-term investing that I'm going to just buy and hold. Okay. You can sell at any time you want, but see how I'm allocating most of my money, most of my, pot, most of my bag to the long-term investing. And the reason is, guys, is because theoretically it's easier. Majority of people who make money in the markets is because they buy and hold. Okay, they dollar cost average. The number one investing strategy in the world is dollar cost averaging. Okay, DCA. It's on every trading platform that's regulated. Coinbase, Robinhood. I mean, there's so many. You can dollar cost average. Okay, what that means is for an example, every Monday at 5 p.m., I'm gonna invest $100 in Bitcoin. Okay, that's what dollar cost averaging is. You don't care what the price is at all. It's just same day, same week, or it could be every day. Doesn't matter what the price is. You're just hitting the same amount of investment over and over and over and over. You're just dollar cost averaging. That's the number one investing strategy in the world. Okay. Then same thing as this one, 30% of investing money, which would be $180, goes to short-term investing. Okay. Now, look at this, guys. You see how much money you can put into long and how much money you can put into short-term investing. All right. Now, what you have to do is diversify those or that amount of money for short, that amount of money for long into the different types of short-term and long-term investing. Divide the $420 of long-term investing into stocks, futures, crypto, right? You can put into whatever you want. I mean, obviously, guys, there is Roth IRAs, retirement accounts, there's insurance policies, right? You can get, life insurance, you can get whole life, there's different types of things to put it in, but you want to diversify your long-term investing between multiple different things. If you just take all your long-term investing money and you just put it all into one thing, what happens if that one thing crashes? Then all of your long-term wealth is gone. Right? So that's why you want to diversify your long-term money into multiple things. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you how to diversify it into this stuff. I'm just showing you the basics of it. Okay. Now, 30% of the money, let's say you could do whatever percentage you want, 180 bucks. What do you want to allocate your short-term play money? This is play money. Okay. What do you want to allocate that into out of all the things you can trade short-term? Right? Do you want to do it all on Forex? Do you want to do it all in crypto? What I think, obviously when you're brand new learning short-term trading, which is the hardest type of trading, day trading, essentially, most people stick with one thing. They're just trying to learn Forex. They're just trying to learn futures. They're just trying to learn how to trade crypto, right? You want to learn a lot about all this stuff so you can short-term trade it, but usually you're going to stick with one, maybe two of them, right? Most people get started with Forex. That's where most people get started. Most of you guys are trading Forex. That's completely fine. If you're doing Trend Pro or Crypto Talk, depending if you hold it over a year or not, but usually these are all short-term trades. Guys, it's super easy trading, right? So that's how you want to divide your money up between all the different types of day trading, okay? You don't have to trade everything. Like Corey just trades futures and he buys crypto. That's pretty much it, right? So is this making sense to you guys right now? I know right now we got 11 people on the call. Hopefully you guys are getting a lot of knowledge from this. Let me know in the chat if this is making sense so far. Okay. Drop a 1 if it's making sense so far. Okay. I wanted to do this because I didn't want to just make the Super Saturday training just about building, right? I wanted to give you guys a little bit of sauce that we do at the Saturday events here in Minnesota. Okay. So now that we see this right here, okay, I want to prove to you that long-term investing is theoretically easier than short-term investing. Okay. I'm going to prove this to you guys right now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull up in TradingView. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on the S&P 500. Okay. This is an index fund. This is the top 250 stocks and the lowest 250 stocks on the NASDAQ index on the New York Stock Exchange, excuse me, on the New York Stock Exchange, the top 250 stocks and the lowest 250 stocks. Okay. Now the NASDAQ or the S&P 500, guys, all it is a combination of 500 stocks, right? This is pretty much, if you're looking at this, this is pretty much a representation of how well the United States is doing. That's pretty much what this is. This is a representation of how well America's doing, right? If you see this tanking like crazy, something's wrong, right? During COVID, guys, I could zoom out. I'll go to the 1-day chart. Check out COVID. Here it was. Look at this. The market was going. It was the all-time high, and then boom, it fell 70%. 70%. Tons of people stuff their Roth IRAs, their retirement accounts. They put as much money in as they could at the bottom right here. And then within literally a month or two, back to where it was because they printed a bunch of money and they put it in the market to bring the market back up. That's why everything costs more now because they printed a bunch of money to bring the market back up. So that's why milk's expensive, eggs are expensive, gas is expensive because your dollar is worth less. So here's what I'm trying to show you guys, okay? Let's say we're trying to day trade the S&P 500, okay? Let's go to the 1 hour chart or even the 4 hour. No. Let's go to the 15-minute. Okay. So right here, guys, right? If we're just looking at this right now, if you could guess, I mean, not the best example right now, but if you could guess, just kind of looking at this, I'll even go to let's say some people trade off the 5-minute, man. I was seeing that in the chat. All right, let's look at this. Based off the chart right now, and you're looking at this, right? If this is all the data you have, you're doing short-term investing, right? what way do you probably think the market's going to go right now? Okay, let's say it was up here. Okay, not down here. Let's say it was up here right now. Okay, short-term investing wise, if the market was up here right now, you'd probably think that it's probably going to come back down, which it did, right? But what I'm trying to say is it's very hard to predict which way the market's going to go when you're short-term investing. Okay. It's very hard to see which way the market's going to go when you're short-term investing. Okay. Now, if we do this, right? So is it going to go up or down? Let's go to the 1-day chart. Based off what's happened, guys, since 2017, what way do you think it's probably going to keep going? It's probably going to keep going up based off historical experience. That's why long-term investing is easier. You're like, dude, I take one look at this and the entire time it's pretty much been in an uptrend, right? That's why long-term investing is easier, guys, as long as you're investing in the right things. You know, I'm not saying everything that you buy, if you just hold it, is going to go up forever, right? I'm using the S&P 500 as an example because the last 100 years, this has done 10% on average a year. The last 100 years, on average, it's done 10% a year. Okay. Financial firms, they say it does about 8% a year. I've also heard 10% a year. That's why long-term investing is important. I know people that have retirement plans, right? Some of my old mentors, this is their retirement plan. It's crazy, right? All they do is they try to stuff as much money as they can inside the S&P 500, as much as they can, literally over and over and over and over, as much money as they can in the S&P 500, right? Warren Buffett recommends this the number one thing to buy and hold. Exactly, because you're banking on the country. If you believe in the United States, if you believe in the economy, if you believe it's going to keep going up based off the last 100 years, what it's done, it's 10% a year. Let me do some math for you. Okay, this is what one of my mentors taught me. Okay, imagine this. Imagine you get $5 million, by doing a business, by making active income, by making passive income, by making sales, by trading, whatever, and then you stuff it in the S&P 500. Not saying to do this. This is just something I heard one time. If you had $5 million in the S&P 500, okay, $5 million S&P 500, it grows on average 10% a year, which what would 10% be of $5 million? $500,000 of capital gains each year. Okay. So if you had 5 million in there and it grows on average 10% a year, you're pulling around on average based off historical experience. Obviously, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. You're pulling $500,000 a year on average based off historical performance. Now, what their game plan is to live off of 4 out of the 10%. They're going to live off of 4 out of the 10%. So they're going to live off of 40% of what that 10% was. They're going to live out of 4 out of the 10% of the growth, which means they're going to live off of $200,000 a year to live off of. This is called a retirement plan. Not saying that this is one you should do. I'm not saying I do this. I'm just saying this is what I was told one time. But do you guys see now why I broke down long-term versus short-term, right? You're securing yours and your financial or your future family's future by caring about the long term. Because guys, guess what? You were just 16 years old. You were just 18 years old. You were just 21. You were just 30, right? Time freaking cooks. So that's why I'm telling you guys, make sure that you're paying attention to long term as well, not just short term. Does this make sense, guys? We good? Let's get some thumbs up. This makes sense. Okay. This has got to be one of the most valuable trainings that nobody will give because everyone's afraid to give it. You know what I mean? Because no one's really licensed. I've tried to give as much disclaimers as I can. This is just for you guys for education purposes only, right? So now that we talked about this, okay, what I want to do is let's talk about the products and services, okay? Hopefully you guys have that written down. I'm going to go start a new page real quick. So products and services, okay? Products and services, okay? Now, what I want you guys to tell me in the chat for a beginner, what are the best products and services to put a beginner on if you want to help them potentially see an ROI? Landon, it's your time to shine, buddy. Trend Pro. Yep, there's one. Beginners should be on Trend Pro. C-Force. Yep, does it for them. What else? What should beginners get on? Endotech, yep. What else? What should beginners be using in terms of products and services to make it the easiest for them to potentially see an ROI? There's a big one you guys are missing too. Market Pro, yeah, the education, sure. Obviously the education for sure. I'm just talking about like investing purposes. Live sessions, yep, live sessions, of course. What else? What one of the live sessions is very important for people to be on? Yep, crypto talk, exactly. I personally believe that Trend Pro, C-Force, and Crypto Talk are the most important calls for a beginner to be on. Okay, why is that? Why do I think that? And the thing is because Trend Pro, C-Force, and Crypto Talk literally require basically zero education. Like pretty much no education. They literally do maybe one trade a week, maybe two trades a week. You go into Robinhood or Coinbase, okay? Everybody should you can use whatever brokerage you want, but you want to get Robinhood. Oh, this is what I use, Robinhood and Coinbase, okay? Robinhood is for stocks, equities, ETFs, stock market stuff. Coinbase is for cryptocurrency, okay? So this is what I recommend based off what I use. I mean, you guys can use whatever you want. I don't endorse them, but Robinhood and Coinbase, okay? Now, what about someone who is experienced now in the business? What are some products and services they should be using? Obviously, still Trend Pro, still C-Force, still, Crypto Talk, education, live sessions, right? Live sessions, Endotech, right? What other ones? Because we have a lot of other ones. What should experienced people, now that they've learned, they're seeing maybe results with Trend Pro, with Crypto Talk, with C-Force, right? C-Force, Sydney just told me today she's up 14% in like a week or two, right? So what should advanced people be using? Yes, the Alpha Academy / trading sessions. Sure, yeah, if they want to do meme coins, they totally can. Meme coins, right? The other trading telegrams that we have, there's a lot of them, Forex ones. Day trading, right? Brand new people, guys, if you want, if you can even help your new team member make $1 in trading or $1 in building the business, you should do both. Their retention goes up what it was going to be 90%. Just $1. If you can just show them $1 coming back to them from this, it completely changes their whole mindset of it, right? Just $1, guys. Okay. Obviously, you want to help your team make more than $1, right? And that's how we help them make a free account. And then also, we put them on the beginner products and services. Okay. So I want you guys to keep this in mind when you have new people. First of all, learn how to use these yourself, right? Guys, C-Force, it's like $350 a year one time, but you only have to put $100 in for it to start trading for you, right? Trend Pro, you got to be on the premium package, $600 first month, $175 a month. That is literally on Robinhood. You can trade it. It's one trade a week, maybe every other week, maybe twice a week at most. It's so easy. You should do it. Throw $100 in Robinhood or whatever stock exchange you want and start trading the QQQ. Okay. So Trend Pro, learn how to do it. Just $100. You know why I say $100 for those of you who haven't been doing it? So you can get a proof of concept. Imagine your $100 turns into $134. You're like, damn, I'm up 34%. You're like, I got to put my team on this, right? Start using these, right? Obviously, Crypto Talk, guys, for those of you that were in Riot from the Crypto Talk, right? Anthony said, he's in Riot. Guys, Riot just exploded the other week, right? I don't even know. Justin Weber is in my ear like it was his day job. He's like, buddy, I'm up like fucking 30-40%. I'm like, oh, let's get fired up. So Crypto Talk, guys, and Trend Pro and C-Force. Okay, it just depends on what package they have. Obviously, C-Force. Do you have to be the elite to be on C-Force? Does anyone know? Okay, so you have to be an elite member to get C-Force, right? Trend Pro is premium. Crypto Talk is the select package. Okay, so this is select. So anybody get started on select, put them on that. Don't get anyone started on the choice package, guys. Like just tell them get ready when you're ready, or get started when you can afford the select package. Okay, you'll do yourself and them a favor. C-Force is the elite and Trend Pro is the premium. Okay. That is going to help your retention in your business so much. Okay. Now, once a beginner is starting to get into this stuff, you can still have them start to learn from the alpha traders. You can still have them start learning how to day trade. Okay. You can still have them do that. But I'm telling you, they can, if they want to, they can deploy real money into these products right away if they want to. It's up to them. Okay. You don't force them to do it, nothing like that. But if they want to, because it doesn't require any education for the most part, it's literally like 4 buttons to make it happen. Okay. Now this stuff, obviously, like we're talking about day trading now, paper trading accounts, right? You don't really want to put someone on live accounts right away unless you've given them proper education if they feel ready. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. There was going to be one thing I was going to talk about. I did mention too, that, if you can't manage a small account, you can't manage a large account, but, I think that's a pretty good breakdown, guys. Hopefully you see why long-term investing is easier. We've been on the call, obviously, it was 3 hours and 24 minutes. Damn, someone's been sitting in the waiting room. Where are the co-hosts at? That's crazy. It's all good. It's all good. Didn't want them to eat. But yeah, guys, I hope today was an awesome Super Saturday training. I'm super excited though. I mean, we have new schedules dropping. We built the whole entire thing. There's just a couple of things we're gonna change. New live trading sessions for the team. Morning motivation calls like pretty much every single day. Obviously, specific leadership calls. We're gonna have chart training calls. We're going to have this shit jumping, and I'm super excited to be doing it with everyone. So if there was ever a time for you to lock in on this business, it's right now. Okay. It's not 6 months from now. It's not a year from now. Right. Someone said, at the event last weekend, when was the best time to plant a tree 20 years ago? I think it was Marissa. When's the next best time to plant a tree? It's right now. So plant your tree, start watering it, take care of it, take care of your business, care about it, treat it like a multi-million-dollar business, guys. And we're going to take this thing to the moon. Okay. So I appreciate everyone who stayed on to the call. If you had team members that weren't able to make it, sure, give them the recording, man. This call had tons of value on it. You know what I mean? And imagine what it can do for new people. Okay. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me, but have a beautiful Saturday and let's go get it. Peace.